What is up, everybody? We're on. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! We're gonna stop talking between ourselves and actually start talking to the people in the chat. Oh fuck!
well, we're just bad mouthing metal bands, so that's not a good sign.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not a good
All
idea.
of them.
All of them. All of the bands.
Every last motherfucking one of them.
How's it going, everybody? It's good to see you. Oh yeah! Hi, Dave. You're black. I mean, you've gone black. I mean. Your screen is black.
Oh, my screen is black.
Oh no! What's happened? What have you done?
On my screen? What's happening here?
Oh no!
I might need to adjust my screen here.
Do not adjust a television
It's
set.
going to be fucking ridiculous.
That is actually Duncan's face.
Yes.
Are you ready for that? I don't know if you're all ready for
this.
Put the faces back up. Put them back off. All right, bye.
You ready for this? Yeah, my body to bootylicious for you, baby.
Lisa asked us to get away from this, so. Oh well, that's that. No more faces. It's a real podcast now.
No, we need to find out what Dave's doing.
Yeah, we do.
All I can hear is the sound of skin moving quickly. I don't know if we should be worried. He likes it in the dark.
He does. He likes the dark.
Okay, where's your outfit?
I mean, I tried it on with the glasses and the hat and everything, and it was like, and it really didn't work out. So I was like, fuck. Where's yours? Black screen of death.
I don't know if you're ready for it, Kyle. I really don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't think you're ready for this, Davey. I don't think you're ready for this, Davey.
What's the betting? He's just going to lift the lid and it's just going to be his actual face.
See if he did that, that would be the greatest thing. Like, see if he was like, it is I,
Steve.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
What?
Got a special
Baby,
guest
when
for
the
you.
lights go out.
Special guest on the Twitch stream tonight, ladies and gents.
This better be the best thing ever, or you built it up too much.
Joining us on Twitch for one night only, Mr. Chad Kroger is here this evening on the Twitch.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't get it as a poor man stealing. It's the best thing ever. The best thing ever.
I'm actually fucking terrified right now. Oh my God.
Look how happy he is. That's a man that's coming to town to fuck your wife.
Oh my God.
That's how you know Nickelback have played like a tour, as you can follow the the bastard children. All on that route. 9 months later. You can follow it 9 months later, a pilgrimage.
The eyes are as dead as in real life. Oh my God, it's so lifelike.
Look at this photograph.
Those are my eyes.
Yeah,
There's actually holes
them
here.
like a shark's. We've all seen Jaws.
Oh my word. Well, this is going to be...
It's great.
What do you think?
I thought this was going to be an easy stream, but it's going to be really tough.
This whole stream... No, there's nothing about this stream going to be easy.
I've also got a new T-shirt.
Oh yeah?
Is that a Nickelback one? Oh, he's wearing a Nine Inch Nails one!
I don't know if you
Wow!
No, he's taking the piss. He's taking the piss. That says, look, doesn't say Nine Inch Nails. It says Nickelback is neat. Oh, it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. I don't even think let's not bother doing the stream now. Let's just sit and bask in Dave's awesomeness. Dave's troll level just leveled up.
That's hilarious.
He's now a level 7 mage troll. Look at him. You know the thing is, the beautiful thing about what we're doing right now is, like, see in post, Kyle can just crop that so it just says 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Or black it out, one of the two.
Yeah.
I'm down for both. Yeah, get it right, Dave.
Let's get the microphone back.
Oh, that's the scariest costume of all, right there.
Right.
Make sure we get that
What is
one.
going on? I don't blame
Jason
you, Lisa.
Voorhees Jason Voorhees is a fucking choir boy compared to Chad Kroger. The sea of devastation that man's left. Not only on the music industry, but to just radio. Oh man.
Twitch.
There we go.
Oh,
So we're here to do, as you can probably tell by the theme, we're here to do our top 5 favourite albums from the years 1993 and 1994. That's what we agreed, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the full theme of the Twitch this evening, but you know, things change.
Well, I think the big thing that came out from it, the first big thing that came out from it was, realistically, it's nigh on impossible to pick your top 5 favourite albums from the years 1990 to 1994. I think we realised that if you just pick 1994, for example, you could easily have your, like, maybe your top, you know, if you were doing a discussion point, like some of the best albums of the decade just in that year.
Yeah.
So we opted for something a bit more spooky. As you can see, Dave has really put fucking full effort into that. That's absolutely terrifying. I'm not even going to lie. I'm over here shitting myself right now.
No shitting yourself. I'm staring down the barrel of fucking Jason Voorhees and Chad Kroeger.
And he's worse.
I know! It's like, Jason I can handle, but Chad is like, the cold dead eyes protruding from behind the mask is like...
It's the constant grin as well.
I
isn't it?
know, it's just like, I will eat your soul.
Yeah. I'll swallow your soul.
Jesus Christ.
So instead what we're doing is we're talking about music for horror movies,
Yeah.
which is super easy.
Yeah, well, it sounded fairly easy at first. Like,
No, you made it difficult. You made it difficult. I made it super easy, and then we had a conversation. You're like, no, fuck this, Duncan. This is how you do it. And then lo and behold, a week later.
Yeah. Initially, I was thinking like picking 5 kind of metal type soundtracks from horror movies, rather than like movie scores. But then I started to listen to a lot of these.
There's only so many
soundtracks.
spine shank songs you can listen to, Dave.
It's just the same bands on every fucking
I know.
soundtrack.
It's kind of great and awful at the same time.
The early 2000s, man. See that run from about 2001 to 2005 is just a wash with Roadrunner Records.
Yeah. And they were like,
It's
we
like,
need a
who's
metal
on Roadrunner?
soundtrack,
Like-
we're on it!
Yep, literally Killswitch Engage, and it was only like 2 songs from Killswitch Engage. Spine Shank, maybe a little Marilyn Manson if you're lucky, and it was 1 of 3 songs from him as well. I think his cover of Sweet Dreams is on like about 100 million horror movies. Like, honestly, it's just used ad nauseum. So yeah, so Dave's opted for something. So we're just talking about horror soundtracks, or did you make it even more difficult?
No, I mean I stuck with horror, but I was just I remember there were actually a couple that I really liked that were a bit of a mix of like a kind of film score and like soundtrack, like actual kind of music as well. So I've got a bit of a mix in my list, because the soundtracks were fairly fucking shite, to be honest.
Me either, even. I can't do it.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Nothing, Dave. Chad.
No. I mean, I'm not sure how long this is going to last with this mask, to be honest.
All night.
Oh my god.
Has to be all night.
All night.
In for a penny and for a pound, Dave.
All night.
All night long.
What I like is when Duncan takes a drink, the mask goes up and just makes it look even creepier. There's like no eyes behind the eye, no eyes behind the eye holes, and it's just like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, that's right, Kyle. That's right.
Oh, well.
We were talking about earlier on, this is the prime opportunity to do the new metal head tilt, which I've been waiting for ages to do. So when someone says something, you can just do this. So it's perfect. You just go. Slipknot perfected that. There's at least 3 of them in the background of every Slipknot interview. There's 3 of them in the background going.
Yeah. The first time I really noticed it was the cold chamber photo.
I'm just pretending to drink for the rest of the night, by the way. I can't actually. I'm just like, this is lovely. Yeah, lovely.
Tasty
cheers,
black
everybody. Yeah, cheers. That was great. Totally
there is, in fairness, I think Chad Kroeger should stay away from alcohol. I'm fairly sure most of what they've written has been on the booze.
Yeah,
so.
it must be.
How did you guys find making this list then? Did you find it pretty easy or difficult
I
challenge?
flew through the first few because I was like, back in the day, I was like, yeah, this album was this soundtrack was great, but the movie wasn't that great. And then about three in, I was like, oh, what else is there that's not super obvious? So it was like easy to begin with, and then it got a bit harder.
Yeah.
Oh, it was piss easy for me.
No, of course it was.
But then that's
You're like
this
a
is
horror metal encyclopedia on legs.
this is you so what I did was I picked some tracks. I've done 2 lists, no surprise. I did double homework for merit and credit, because I'm such a fucking swot. So I've done a list of things that kinda are in the genre, and then I've just picked like my favourite soundtracks that you may have heard of before, or if you haven't heard of, you should listen to over Halloween because they're fucking bitchin'. So I did loads. But this is my thing. This is like horror Halloween. The whole thing is it's the time that I shine.
Yeah,
It's your jam.
It's my jam.
In a jar.
Damn.
Jason's jam. Jason's jam jar. The jam that you don't want. 'Cause
No.
It's man jam. Jason's Jism Jar. Coming next year. An unofficial Friday porn parody. It's not kikaka mama, it's kikaka
It starts with, do you mind if I wear a mask?
It's not that I mind you wearing it, it's I demand you wear it. Seen what's underneath, and it has made me dry.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's get it. You sweating, Dave?
Also, I just remembered actually.
Can you read your phone in? What angle do you have to? Also, I just remembered that.
Yeah, I've also got a klaxon. Just I was thinking maybe like penis klaxon is usually one that we would usually go for. I'm also thinking now we maybe add in 9 Inch Nails and Trent Reznor so we can klaxon that as well.
I mean, I think you guys think you're being funny, but all you're doing is being immature. So.
Starry's like, yeah, not sure what's going on. I see the names Duncan and David. Where are they?
This is Chad.
Yeah. This is Jason, apparently.
Chad, change my name to Chad. My name's Chad.
Oh man, that is going to take a lot of effort.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Is there a mute button there for Duncan? There is, I think. Yeah. Where is it?
Lisa.
Yes, Lisa. Penis klaxon. Yep. Penis klaxon.
I don't like it when people tell me to shut up.
Oh.
Gonna have to go back and retrospectively change some grades on some of those album reviews.
No. You can't if you're in danger, blink twice. Nervous, unending blinking, I think, is the term. Duncan, you get your tongue out of one of those holes.
Hey, listen, whatever floats your boat.
You could have got a wee straw
Duncan.
at one of those holes.
Yeah, Duncan is dim to clown on this show. What am I doing?
So, who's we're doing the old rock paper.
Oh
Scissors.
yeah, I forgot we do that.
Yeah, we're doing rock, paper, scissors, machete.
What?
Jason, obviously.
Okay,
So, right.
you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Can you even see, Dave?
Kind of.
Can you see? We're just going to tell you that we'll beat you.
Okay. My vision's about 15% at the moment.
Right.
Okay, here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Machete! Machete kills everything, Sam. I'm the winner.
Fuck you, your machete. I won that.
That's the sort of cunty thing that Chad Kroeger would say.
Yeah, it really
Chad
is.
See
wins
that you're
again.
in character.
Chad wins everything.
Man, yeah, rock, paper, scissors, machete, Chad Kroger.
Chad
Well,
wins.
metal beats Chad, but
Metal
how
doesn't
does
beat Chad.
and
don't know- I don't
Machete
know if it
beats
does.
Chad.
Nothing beats Chad.
I don't think anything does.
Chad
You know what's
wins.
worrying? I think the scariest thing of all is I think 100 years from now, This Is How You Remind Me will still be a song people are listening to. That's the real horror.
That is pretty horrible.
Yeah.
That like Nickelback are like a slasher villain from a franchise that just won't fucking die. I've done everything to them, but there's another album.
Yeah.
Right, Dave, you won. So what does that mean?
One of you two first.
Right, how about you pick one?
No, you two duel it off. I
All
want to
right,
see you duel
we're
off.
dueling. We're
Yeah,
dueling.
duel.
Ba-da-dong-dong-dong-dong-dong-dong.
Penis is out, boys.
Now you're talking, right? Right, here we go.
Do you want me to count it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we trust you,
Okay.
Chad Kroger.
Obviously. Here we go, boys. In 3, 2, 1.
Rock.
Hell, I'm there, Kyle.
Kyle saw what I put forward and then went through all to beat me and then picked the thing that would beat me. And you know what?
Kyle.
I will let him off with it.
I'm sorry. I beat you off.
I love where this show's going now. Now we're fucking talking.
You're metal, not rock. I didn't have any metal. I got confused. It's all this staring down the face of Jason Voorhees in a Scottish accent will put you off anything.
Jason had a Scottish accent, he just never spoke in the movies.
Right.
Because the Americans wanted subtitles under it.
So who's going first? I'm so lost.
Like, they didn't like the bit where Jason was chasing the topless woman going, "Come here, you wee bastard. Look at you a bit. He's a swatch."
And when they turn around with the thing, with the... What was it in that Jason X in the space one where they had the freezy
Yes.
stuff and they turned around and went, oh shit.
Oh, boss. Right, like it's the perfect. You could be the perfect Scottish villain because
Yeah.
it's all about his maw. Did you kill my? Did you kill my maw?
Like, who's my more? Like,
Yeah, you're D10. Amazing. You're dead.
you did.
Love it. Right, let's. So am I going first?
I have no idea.
I'll just go first. I'll pick something that you're unlikely to have picked
Oh.
because I know that there's at least 3 on here that probably both of you have. So first one I'm going to go with is the soundtrack to a zombie. It's technically a rom-com, but it's not Shaun.
Zom-rom-com?
Yeah, it's like Shaun of the Dead, but it isn't Shaun of the Dead. It's called
Alright.
Dance of the Dead from 2008.
Oh.
Dance of the Dead is brilliant. It's all about like some losers at school and a school dance, but that's when the zombies hit, and then there's a bit of metal because one of them's in a band, and they find that loud music distracts the zombies. And that soundtrack there has people like Andrew WK, Junk and the Diffs on it. I think Andrew WK's like got about 5 songs on it, so he must have had an album out that year. So I'm sure they were all about partying hard. So yeah, it's a great movie, but the soundtrack is all kind of rocky, bouncy, uplifting, kind of nonsense. Why are you laughing at me, Dave?
Just someone in the chat says they don't know who's talking. I can't tell who's talking.
That's something we should should have a speech bubble thing. Or like, it is I that is talking, Jason. So,
It is Chad.
this is Chad. This is Jason. But yeah, so Dance of the Dead. Woefully underseen movie.
Just looking
Duncan
at
is always talking.
this
Yeah.
is Chad.
Hey, this is Chad.
1-800, this is Chad.
Look at this photograph. There we go. So yeah,
Oh my
Dance of the Dead.
This is just a klaxon for
2008.
anything now, by the
Yep. I can do more one, Dave. So yeah, Dance of the Dead. I just love the idea that's going off in your pocket all the time. It's like I had that when Game of Thrones was a big thing, and that episode with the shame with the bell, shame. I loved that app. I used to use it at work and just annoy people, and it was still the shame bell, a tiny shame bell. I must have still been on my phone though.
Yeah.
And I was in a meeting doing a presentation, and I went out to go and switch on the old Wi-Fi on the phone as a hotspot, and to get this thing going, shame, shame, and I was like, oh yeah, bastard. No. So yeah, Dance of the Dead. That was my pick.
Nice.
Watch the movie as well. I think it's on Prime.
I don't think I've seen it.
Good fun.
I think I saw it a long time ago. Yeah.
Dated. It's 2008, so it's dated horribly. But it's a good laugh.
Duncan voice. Yep.
Excellent. What year was that? 2008.
2008.
All right. Cool. Excellent. Kyle, what you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go obvious straight out the gate because when it came out,
Kyle,
I was...
if you pick my number one,
Do it.
Chad is going to be raging.
No, Chad can range as much as he likes. It's just gonna be like a puppy, isn't it? To be honest. Puppy klaxon, yes.
I'll klaxon right over the top of you. Not hear a fucking thing but klaxon.
I've got a mute button over here. It's all right.
Oh, is that what we're playing? I've got an eject button over here, Kyle.
Eject.
I've got a cold, tasty beverage.
Yeah, right.
I didn't realise we were bringing tech.
Me too.
All right, my first one, because the soundtrack is absolutely fucking amazing.
Lovely
The
baby.
first version of it, anyway, because some of them were re-recorded with different vocalists.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the movie I actually love, and everyone's like, "It's not a very good movie." I'm like, fuck you.
It's
the
not a
movie's
good
great.
movie, Kyle.
It's great. Fuck off. I love
Not a
it.
good movie.
It's Queen of the Damned.
Oh, Queen of the Damned.
Obvious. But I mean, Jonathan Davis on those songs is fucking incredible. They're so good. And it was such a big deal at the time that they got him to do the songs for the film that the guy in the movie was singing. It was like, whoa. It was great.
Yeah. I would be Lestat, the vampire.
Lestat, yeah, the vampire. It's like, okay.
Previously played by Tom
Movie's not
Cruise.
amazing, I'll give you that, but I'd still enjoy it. That should have been my guilty pleasures list.
It's the fact that they were like that for legal reasons. Why this never come up until the fucking movie came out?
No
for
idea.
legal reasons, Jonathan Davis, you can't be on the soundtrack.
No.
You're on a different record label, and he's like, "All right, can I be in the film?" Yeah, but you can't be.
Yeah,
So just pick your friends to do it.
Yeah.
And like he picked like David Draymond.
I
and shit like
know.
that.
Chester Bennington, fair enough. I get that. Amazing voice. David Draymond is like, it's just because he's got those spooky chin piercings. That's it.
Yeah.
You wanna know?
I listened to it for researching this, and I was like, why would you pick David Draymond to replace Jonathan Davis? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But all right. Other than that, it's amazing. I love it. And the Static X, the remix of the Static X song in that album is great. Really good.
Well, without that, you don't get Shadow Zone.
Yeah, exactly. True. So
Did Shadow Zone after that because
Yeah.
he was inspired.
inspired by vampires and bad
They
writing.
missed the trick. They could have had Chad Kroger on one of those songs.
Oh,
I know.
Jesus. Really? I didn't know that.
Fucking.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
The interesting thing about that is Chad Kroger, like the vampire, has no reflection. It's amazing. Oh man.
So that's your number 5, Queen of the Damned.
I didn't have it on my list, so
I didn't either, actually.
Really? I thought it would be like an easy one for everyone. But it was like, it was the first one that came into my head when we suggested it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. It's a very good shout.
Thank you very much.
Queen
of the Chad.
Queen of the Chad. Oh my god.
Starry just realised it says Nickelback is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greatest thing that's ever happened.
Can't-
It's so good.
I
It's so
can't
good.
look at it.
It's so good. Like,
I knew
like,
it. I
Dave-
knew you would fall for it. Hook, leg, and sinker.
he's literally he's won. He doesn't even need to mention an album.
That's it. You've won the stream. We could just sit here and stare at your gloriousness for the entire rest of the stream. Just 3 hours of Dave in a Chad mask wearing that t-shirt.
This is the best £3.79 I have ever spent.
Well, you bought that. I thought you just printed it out.
No, I bought it. I wouldn't. Kyle,
Is it funny? You
I wouldn't have
spent money
wasted.
on Shaq Kroger's face.
I wouldn't have wasted ink on printing this, Kyle.
There's some person somewhere in some workshop that's like it's like Janine from Ghostbusters. We got one. And then they're printing it off and thing for Dave.
Oh, Zombie Queen, Duncan will talk your ear off about horror movies for how many hours a week? Did you say?
A lot at the moment. Yeah, I'm about to drop my longest episode on Sunday, which covers every single Halloween movie, and it's going to be half a day in length.
Oh,
and that's not even a joke.
Fucking hell, Duncan.
Yeah.
Google T Putscast, the podcast under the stairs. I should have a command for you, really. I'll make one when I find the
Command?
link properly.
Sit, stand, bend over. I like where this is going. Brace yourself. Right, Dave.
Brace for entry.
Yeah, oh, hello.
I like
Going
this
in
is
dry. So. Look,
Okay.
I just thought of a
smile.
joke, but I can't do it.
You can't do it.
No, I don't
You
think
sure
it's-
you can't.
Yeah, nah.
No. I'll be a soundbite, that's why.
Do it, Kyle. Do it, Kyle. Okay.
Right.
Where am I? Where am I? I am on Twitch. Number 5. Number 5. My number 5 horror movie soundtrack is a 1998
Oh dear.
slasher movie
Nice.
written by. This is where it goes. None other than Mr. D. Snyder of Twisted
Oh, man.
Sister.
Yeah, yep. See
Yeah.
it. Begins with an S.
He also stars in the movie. The movie is called Strangeland, and it's not a very good movie. Just putting that out there.
Dave, we're not going to take that, Dave.
Oh,
But-
hi-oh.
it's,
Here.
well, that's the thing though. He manages to fit that phrase into the film. He actually does
He
say we're
did,
not going
oh,
to take it. Yeah, he does.
I remember.
The acting is horrific, absolutely horrific.
Yep, sure is.
It's kind of like it feels more like a bit of a kind of vanity project rather than a
Do
flipping movie.
you
to be honest.
think?
Yeah.
He's got the big George Clooney fucking thing, like the big stupid tattoo thing
Yeah.
on him. I don't know why, for no fucking discernible reason.
Yeah. Soundtrack is pretty good though. I like that they didn't go with like a ton of like typical metal bands. Like you've got more kind of classic bands. So you've got like Pantera, Anthrax, Megadeth, and then you've got a couple of like, yeah, okay, fair enough, Cold Chamber, Marilyn Manson, because he's on every fucking horror movie soundtrack.
Wasn't Rob Halford's industrial side project on that?
I think you might be right.
Ooh.
I think it was, yeah.
There was 2 or 3 tracks that I wasn't that keen on, and it was
That'd
from
be
bands
it,
I'd never
yeah.
heard of.
That'd be it,
so
yeah.
it could be one of them.
Does the singer go really high pitched for like out of nowhere?
You've also got a wee bit of Soulfly, Eye for an Eye, and there's Head P as well. Head P's on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously the soundtrack finishes with, yes, you guessed it, Twisted Sister.
Fucking yeah.
Just in case there wasn't enough Twisted Sister in this movie, but I suppose it's one of their slightly better tracks. Heroes Are Hard to Find, so I didn't mind it too much. Fairly solid soundtrack throughout. As I said, maybe 2 or 3 tracks that I wasn't that fussed on, but not great movie, but decent soundtrack is what I'm going to say for number 5. So maybe skip the movie, but give the soundtrack's a decent listen.
Last Action Hero soundtrack is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Movie is also really good.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are right.
I spent a weekend in that hotel he jumps off of in
Oh,
Long
cool.
Beach in California. It was 2017. That was pretty good.
Did you jump off it?
I was tempted to, but the roof was closed, so no. Acknowledgement of AC/DC. What? When? What?
What?
No.
Oh, what? In Last Action Hero? Yeah, they might be on there. I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah.
They
Gives
also
a fuck.
did the
It's AC/DC,
soundtrack for.
everything sounds the
They did Maximum Overdrive. Soundtrack from Maximum. Help me too. Right, so right, I'll go next, and I'll, once again going on the slightly more, maybe not obscure actually this one, but I don't think either one of you will have this on your lists. I'm sticking with the zombie theme because the zombie stuff is always great.
Cool.
This one's from 1986. It's fucking amazing. It's one of the best kind of zombie comedies of all time. Nay, one of the best zombie movies of all time, and has an absolutely bitching punk rock soundtrack with bands like The Cramps, 45 Grave, TSOL, and The Damned. It is a Return of the Living Dead. So it kind of pokes fun at Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead, and just makes it amazing. And for the longest time, and I think I might be right about this, think I might be right. You can see a woman's vagina in that movie.
Oh.
I think she's technically wearing a plate, but on VHS where you couldn't fucking take that, you couldn't see it.
Vagina Claxon.
Vagina.
Oh,
So yeah,
dear.
it's amazing. It's got the party time. If you wanna party,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's in front.
party
What?
time. Fucking amazing.
50,
So
50 months of subscribing.
50 months.
50 months in a row.
Me, that's commitment.
50.
That is commitment.
50 wow. I didn't even know I've been on Twitch that long.
That is how long. This is
That
how
is-
you remind me was in the Billboard 100 in America. 50 months.
Oh my god, thank you. That's insane. Thanks a ton. How do you put up with us for that long? I'm surprised. I'm gobsmacked.
Well, me and Dave are only here once a month. So
Yeah.
really, how does he put up with you? He tolerates us. How does he put up with you, Kyle?
No idea. Really don't know. But thank you. That's insane. Thank you very much. Good morning. You're in Australia, by the way.
I think what you would say is good day.
Stockholm syndrome. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh.
So there you go. Return of the Living Dead, 1986. That's a movie that I highly recommend, actually, if you've never seen. Has the infamous
It's
Tar Man in it as
fantastic.
well.
It's great.
Fucking
That one, yeah.
amazing. So that's my number 2. Did anyone have that?
I
No.
was close on my list, but
Yeah,
I thought somebody else would put it on there. So.
I knew it.
There we go.
Kyle.
Get your
Okay.
klaxon ready, Dave. It's going to
here we go.
happen.
Here we
There
go.
is a remix of a Nine Inch Nails song on this soundtrack.
Oh, hello.
It's from the Fixed EP,
Hello.
and I fucking love it. And I was super into that EP when I first saw this film. I was like, oh, "That's the song! It's the clip." I was quite young and an idiot, and not much has changed except for now. I'm an old and idiot, but movie's Resident Evil. Amazing soundtrack. It's got some good
Resident
shit on
Evil.
there. It's got again Static X, Nine Inch Nails,
Marilyn Manson.
Rammstein, bit of Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson created that, if
Yeah,
memory serves. He's
yeah.
the guy that put together all the songs, so.
Plus that Slipknot tie-in with the single, and
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just amazing. The first time I saw that movie, I was like, this soundtrack's so fucking good. And the movie was good too. I really enjoyed it. Like Resident Evil, the first movie was actually I liked it. It was quite simple. They stuck mostly to the stuff from the game. I wasn't actually a huge fan of the game, mostly because my brother ruined it for me, not because of the game itself. But I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it. So this is why it's on my list. And that soundtrack
Yeah, a
is just
reboot.
fucking. Is it?
Yeah, this year the
Oh,
trailer
shit.
looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. I've seen all the others, but I mean, they're like,
Why
meh.
did you do
No,
that?
no, right.
That
I was-
franchise that nosedives really fucking hard, really
Yeah.
fucking
It's
fast.
just like right off the edge of a cliff. Oh, okay.
like
If
it.
it's getting a reboot, maybe I'll check that out. But, I mean, that first one was great. It was so good.
It's got the chick from it's
Fifth
title, okay.
Element.
No, that the original did.
Yeah.
Mila
Oh, the reboot.
Jovovich,
Yeah.
who, by the way, see when I was younger, woo, pounds of semen. Like,
That was the most perfectly timed klaxon.
it's got the chick that played as a. Did you ever watch the first season of Skins?
Ah,
Back in the day.
Skins.
Skins. The chick that played Effie. She was in that movie Crawl as well.
Oh,
yeah.
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 No,
It's
no,
her.
her face,
She's the
can't
main
remember her name.
character, so she's whoever, I can't remember the name. The one that
Yeah.
wears the jacket.
All right.
So she's in it. It looks pretty good. Comes out next month.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Nice.
your ball hook. Yep.
The laser scene threw me as well when I was back then.
That has not aged well.
No, I watched it
It
recently
looks
for this
fucking
actually,
awful.
and I was like, "Yee, that does not new."
At the time, I was like, technology is amazing. It's going to revolutionise the film industry. And now I look back and I'm like, oh.
I tell you what, some of the like inside the body effects were pretty good. They look pretty good, but like the laser was like, that's not a laser. That is a red bit of shit on a screen.
I love how they're not trying to encourage me at the moment. I think Infernal Laura wants to know how much it was pounds. Pounds of.
Pounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Worth every penny. I don't know where I was going with that. Worth every pump. Right, let's. Right, Dave, take us away from this.
Laura, no, that's. E.T. terrified you. That's adorable. I tell you what, the first horror movie I ever saw was actually the original 50s The Blob. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
that'll do it to
4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, and it fucking spooked me to death. I was too young to see anything like that. I couldn't sleep for days. I was like, nah, Blob's gonna eat me.
The remake from 88 is one of my favourite horror remakes.
That
of
is a
all time.
really good remake. That is
fucking
what you
amazing.
meant to do with a remake, is that one.
Yep.
They like turn the monster into something that was actually horrific, even though it's ridiculous. It's a bit campy here and there, though, as far as I remember. But it's great, yeah. That's what you do with a remake. Tell the story, but in a different way.
You update it as well.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Yeah,
really good.
100%.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice. Dave.
Nice. Where are we? Number 4. So this one I picked is it's a bit of a kind of score and a kind of a movie soundtrack.
Good, Dave.
Bit of both. And I think that the score on this is done so well that I just couldn't not have it in my list. It's from a 2014 movie, and was actually the music was done by, it was a debut actually by a guy called Disaster Piece.
Oh, you've got one of my picks. Nice.
Oh, have I?
That's not. It's cool. I'll tick it off because it's like one of my favourite scores of all time. So
Yeah. Oh, nice. Disaster Piece, yeah. AKA Rich Vreeland, who's like a kind of electronic artist. Did a lot of kind of like video game soundtracks and stuff. The movie is It Follows, from 2014, directed by David Robert Mitchell. This is one of my favourite like horror thrillers. Absolutely fucking brilliant movie. Did we see this? We saw this in Edinburgh, didn't we? Was this the one we saw in the premiere?
no, you're thinking same year as well, but you're thinking of the Green Room.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
No, we never saw It Follows together, although we should have. Because
Yeah.
I went to see it with my wife, who thought it was okay, and I was like, "That's the wrong answer.
Yeah.
I can't believe I married you."
Yeah.
I'm brutal. Honestly, I'm brutal with Corey when it comes to movies. I remember, like, for my birthday, we went through and saw No Country for Old Men, the Coen Brothers movie, which I still think is maybe one of the best movies ever fucking made. I think it's an absolute
Great, that
masterpiece.
film. It's so good.
And we sat, and I was in awe of this thing till it finished, and I kind of like we finished, and I was kind of sitting there going, trying to catch my breath after this amazing movie, and I turned around and Corey was like that. Well, there's 2.5 hours of my life I'm not fucking getting back. She hated it.
What?
She thought it was the most boring movie she'd ever seen, and I still married her.
That is
Where's my medal, Dave?
right.
That's commitment.
Where's my medal?
Tell you what,
Um,
actually, here's one.
That's my medal.
There's your medal. I was actually getting a wee bit confused there. I was actually mixing two films together.
Oh, really?
So my number 4 is It Follows, which is it was just a score. I was thinking of
I was
the
about
other
to
film.
say it's all Disaster Piece, and for those out
Yeah.
there, it's Disaster Piece PEACE.
Ah,
As
yeah,
in
that's
Give
right,
Peace
yeah.
a chance, and not
Yeah.
Disaster Piece as in the Slipknot song.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So it's if you've never seen It Follows, great movie. It's
That is,
kind of like
I love the cinematography in that one. It's
Amazing.
so fucking creepy. The
So
way they
good.
just put you right in the middle of the action, but also not. It's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a kind of like a fatal curse that's passed from victim to victim through a wee bit of the old
In and
sexual,
out.
Dragon.
wee bit of sexual intercourse. and this like curse, it can take like like human form, but it can only be seen by the cursed or people who have previously had the curse, and it just stalks like each victim. But what I love about this is it doesn't run after them, like it just walks.
Like your boy.
Yeah,
Jason
like
never
your boy.
runs.
That's right. And I think like that, coupled with the really like ominous and kind of like dread-filled score, it's just what makes this movie so good. It's so intense, man. I think it's a great movie, but I actually think the score elevates it to the next level. Like it's it definitely got. I had another listen to it again this week for this. It's definitely got a wee bit of a John Carpenter vibe in places.
100% does. It has a Halloween vibe. The
Yeah,
original
yeah,
Halloween.
absolutely.
It's like, but you could say that the icon of the mass killer stalking someone is Michael Myers. So
Yeah.
Michael Myers walks everywhere. He doesn't run.
Yep. It's great. But you know, even though there's like a kind of throwback to that, it doesn't sound like dated or like 70s sounding, and it has a lot of kind of modern elements to it as well. It's got a lot of those kind of like really bassy, kind of distorted moments. Like it reminds me of something off like a Ghost album or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
like really cool. But even listening to the score on its own, it's really good. Like I was
It's an
listening to
incredible
it.
score. It
Yeah,
uses
just-
lots of like kind of, it's not Nintendo effects, but it's like almost like 8-bit effects.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
yeah. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen this movie, I could easily just watch it again and again.
Did you ever watch his follow-up?
What was his follow-up?
Under the Silver Lake.
No.
See, everyone does that. They're like, "This movie's amazing. This movie's amazing." And you're like, "Did you watch his follow-up?" And they're like, "No, I didn't. I had another movie."
Was it
It's really good.
a horror as well?
No. It's a kind of neo-noir. It's got Andrew Garfield in it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
really good.
know the
Really,
one you
really,
mean,
really good. So, highly recommend. I only saw it for the first time this year
What's
because
it
I was
called
like,
again?
Dave, Under the Silver Lake.
Under the Silver Lake. I will have
Yep.
forgotten that by the end of this, so let me write it down somewhere.
I'm loving the chat about David Bowie and The Labyrinth. It did make me want to do my David Bowie impression, but
Do
I'm
it.
not gonna.
Do it. I
no.
want to see Jason do
Maybe
Bowie.
later.
No, that's a weird.
You
That's a,
want to see Jason do
that's
Bowie?
a film that's
Don't
in my
do that.
private list. I'm sorry.
His dick is so big in that movie, it's unbelievable. Klaxon, please. Bowie Klaxon. Bowie penis Klaxon. I think that must have been in the script. Can I have a pair of tights that I can smuggle like a fucking a fruit bowl down? Because it totally is. There we go. It Falls. A good shout, Dave.
Yeah,
a really
that's
good
a
shout.
great
That was
film.
on my collection of soundtracks that I wasn't going to put in there, but I'm glad that you've done that because later
Nice.
I can link in some more.
Nice.
I must replace it now. Must replace it with something cool. Ooh. Yeah, let's go weird. Dave went weird and surreal with a soundtrack. Let me do the same. Sanoa Cabes is the artist. The movie is called Beyond the Black Rainbow. It came out in 2011 or 2012 from a Canadian director called Panos Cosmatos.
That is
Which is
a
a real
name
name.
I like.
Yeah, he's more commonly known as the dude that went away and did a little movie called Mandy in 2018, starring Nicolas Cage. Which, by the way, the soundtrack for that is also worth checking out. It's done by Johan Johansson, who died not long after doing it. Very prolific Icelandic composer, and the score for Mandy is fucking incredible. 'Cause
Yeah.
it really, that movie covers the whole like the first chapter is basically kind of all the text, the fonts, and even the cinematography is kind of like 70s rock, and then it moves into kind of 80s thrash, and at the end it's 90s black metal. So it's just fucking nuts, and it has Nicolas Cage.
Well, can't
Just
go
going
wrong.
crazy.
Well,
Dave hated the movie. Dave did not like that movie, and it was my
Really?
movie of the year that year. I fucking loved it. It was my favourite movie of 2018. So, but his first movie is this really strange, really bizarre, kind of avant-garde sort of sci-fi movie about an institute that kind of taps your brain for powers of like telekinesis and stuff like that. And it's called Beyond the Black Rainbow. It is like shot incredibly. Like, this guy had no money and shot amazingly, but the score is next fucking level. It's synthy, it's got organs, it's weird, it's trippy, and it's one of those ones that independent, very much like it follows independent of the movie. You can sit down and just have this thing wash all over you. It's incredible. Noah Caves is the artist, and the movie is Beyond the Black Rainbow. I almost guarantee that 99% of the people here in the chat will not enjoy the movie.
I've heard of it, and I want to watch it, but I haven't seen it yet.
It is weird and slow, which means Duncan loves it.
Nice.
Well,
There we are.
I can say I'm the same, so I'll probably love it.
You will love it then.
Weird and slow.
So I'll play
The
bass.
way that I have sex. Thank you, Dave.
Welcome.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, we need a klaxon master on this.
At least I brought someone into it. Because I was going to just say the way I wank, and then I thought, like, no,
True.
bring your partner into the conversation, Duncan. Don't make them think you're a complete loser in a Jason mask.
It was a klaxon, Lisa. I don't know if it was for a penis or about a penis. I'm just.
About a penis.
They were probably involved. Let's be honest.
Sounds like, honestly, it's like sounds like a British comedy, like an awkward British comedy from the 70s.
About a penis.
About a penis.
About a penis.
Starring Sid James from the Carry On movies for no reason at all. So you can do that laugh where he's like, yeah.
The title of Duncan's autobiography. Nice.
What about a penis?
About a penis, yeah.
It's the second book.
All right. That's the
Like,
follow-up.
well,
The
there
first
was
one's
so much,
about a ball bag.
yeah. There was so much wanking in the first book that they
Yes,
got a
Star, I
second one.
have
Dave.
no idea what this
So.
stream has evolved into. We have reached another plane.
Yeah.
A new level.
New
Right,
and
so-
unexplored heights of penistry.
Right, so I Steve's just like he's going to wear that fucking button out. Right,
Where's my battery? Nah, that's all good.
There's
yeah,
going to be a hole in the screen where he's hit the button.
right. So I've done Beyond the Black Rainbow. We're back to Kyle.
Oh,
Kyle, number
I can't remember
three.
when this movie came out. Both of you doing that at the same time. Like, somebody's going to have to clip it. I'm just going to turn it into a music video. It's just going to be called Two Fucking Idiots.
Wait 1 second. Oh, you know what? You know what we should totally do? We should totally play a game. This could be fun.
Oh.
You know, so like
Oh,
yesterday.
what a
I found-
surprise.
I
The
found
horror
this
fan in a
box.
mask wants to play a game.
I found a box, and I
Oh,
like.
no.
I think it's pretty easy opening. I don't think anything bad happens if you open it. We should totally do this, guys. This will be fun. We should
Yeah,
totally
you
try
do
and open
that in your house in a different country. That's fine with me.
We should totally open the box, guys. It's like 7. What's in the bag? Like, oh, this is gonna be great. I mean, what could go wrong? Nothing will go wrong. This will be amazing. Like, I'll work on this. You guys chat amongst yourselves.
Oh
Cool.
my fucking god. I don't remember when this movie came out. I think it was early 2000s. But it's got some great songs in it. They don't make up all of the soundtrack, but I remember enjoying it. It's about a lazy stoner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Idle Hands. That's a great movie.
1999.
Was it 99? Oh, I said
Yeah,
earlier than I
believe it or
thought.
not.
Oh, that was like 2002. I love that movie. I don't know why, but I remember enjoying it. I haven't watched it recently, and I'm not sure I will, because I might not like it
holds
anymore.
up.
It
Holds
does.
up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot. Then.
Including the Offspring cameo holds
Yeah.
up really well. So
Yeah, it had tons of great songs on it. That one really did. Like, it wasn't really the soundtrack wasn't, the score wasn't really that metal or punk or anything, but it had really loads of good songs, like licensed for the film. So it was super good. So that
you
was
need to give them the name.
huh?
Need to give them the name.
Which name? Idle
Of
Hands.
the
I said
movie.
it. I said
Idle
it.
Hands, did you?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
I
did.
missed it. 1999.
1999. Wow.
Yeah. Woo.
1999.
Woo. It's a good choice. I love that
Yeah.
movie as well.
I actually can't remember the name of any of the bands that are on it right now, except for the Offspring. I know there's a couple of metal ones.
Offspring. Rob Zombie's on
There
it
we
as well,
go,
but
that's
Rob
it,
Zombie's
yeah.
on fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Including his own movie scores as well.
What a fucking
Yes.
surprise! But
Is
then,
everyone looking forward to that Monsters remake?
man,
that's doing
I
just
used to
now?
watch the Munsters, the black and white Munsters, when I was a kid, and they have a very special place in my heart. So I do want to see it. On the same hand, I fucking do not want to see that movie. So I'm like,
I mean, you'll be happy that he spent a lot of time, like, in the casting to make sure that Lily Munster was cast correctly by, wait for it, his wife.
oh, Cherie Moon Zombie.
Who would have
Shocker.
thought it?
What a fucking
Shocker.
surprise there.
I was thinking about this though. Like, he's the best husband ever.
Oh yeah,
He's
definitely.
literally made a career to give his wife.
He is the best husband,
Employing his
100%.
wife, yeah.
Can't get better than that. Worst casting director on planet Earth.
He's the worst writer as well.
That too.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not that bad.
his dialogue's terrible, Dave.
It's fucking
Have you
horrible.
seen 31?
31.
Have you seen
I
anything
can
after
tell.
House of a Thousand Corpses?
I've seen
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I saw 1,000 Corpses and the
No.
Devil's Rejects is well written.
Well, I suppose. But he had a writer on that one.
No, he wrote it.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah,
he had,
he's
I
wrote
thought
every
he-
movie that he's done. He's wrote the dialogue.
Well, how
for.
is that
He's
one
never-
so good and all the other ones are just so forced
That's
and
the
laboured?
question. That's the question we keep asking. And Dave, don't hit me with Halloween. 'Cause the
Halloween, see?
No, the Halloween. Let me tell you why that's.
Here
not
we go,
right.
here we
Like,
go.
Here we go. Right. And the opening scene
Yeah.
of the Michael Myers house, the father figure basically talks about, and I shit you not, it says the word face fuck.
Come on. Halloween.
And Halloween. And then your introduction to the virginal Laurie Strode is her finger in a bagel in front of her mother. So don't hit me with it. It's well written. It's shitly written. Shite. So there we go.
Love it.
Fuck that movie in the bin. And the sequel were fucking White Horse. I just had to watch it recently again.
Second one wasn't so good, but I quite liked
The
the first one.
second one wasn't so good. The second one was shite.
You're fully allowed to enjoy his movies.
No,
Absolute-
you're not.
Well,
No one
not
is.
in Duncan's house.
Devil's Rejects, maybe to an extent Lords of Salem. All the rest can get in the bin.
I mean, I agree. I'm not going to see this Monsters movie unless it comes out with amazing reviews by you.
Me? When do you think I'm going to watch it?
Well,
I
you
gave
have
him-
to.
he had
You've
his
got a
last shot,
podcast
three-
called The
Yeah.
Podcast Under the Stairs that you should all go
You'll
check
I
out
gave
right
him his
now.
last shot. I gave him 3 from Hell.
You
I didn't want to
fucking
watch
watch
it.
it.
And I watched 3 from Hell, and it is easily one of the worst movies I saw that year. So, I'm not doing it.
Then
You
again,
will fucking do it. I know you will.
you'll be up late
just
one
can't
night.
wait
It's
for it.
4 o'clock in the morning. I got nothing
Yeah.
else to do. Ah, it's time for the Monsters.
These guys know me too well. This is the problem. These guys know me too well. They don't all watch it. I'm acting like I'm not. I'm gonna.
Watch it drunk, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I watch most things, including this stream.
At least when you get
right,
distracted and you're like, oh, I missed that bit of dialogue. It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
none of it matters. None of it matters. It's all about face fucking.
Jesus.
Right, so,
Idle
right,
Hands, everybody. Good
Idle
film.
Hands.
great movie. You seen it, Dave?
No.
Really?
You would love
Oh,
it.
man. You'd
It's
love
a
it.
ton of fun,
It's
man.
great. Super fun.
It's got what's his face in it? Is it Jamie Kennedy's in
yeah,
that?
I
Is it
think
Jamie
it's in
Kennedy?
there.
Yeah.
Mm.
From
Really funny.
99. So it's. I mean, it might. Well, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I can't imagine it's aged badly.
It got the reason you probably saw it as late as you did is because it got horribly delayed because it came out just after Columbine.
Ah, yeah.
So they were like,
Yeah.
no, like that. So
Ixnay.
yeah, so it got horribly buried by the studio. So
Yeah. A drink
Jack.
sounds lovely. Too bad. That doesn't sound like a bad excuse. I mean, you're working at home, no? Just go on, have a little one.
Sure.
yeah, have a cheeky drink.
Have a cheeky. Even if you are at work, just bring in one of those. I have one of these at work, right? I have one of these at work. You can put anything in that. Nobody knows. Unless they get too close to it and give it a sniff. They're like, oh, I just had it cleaned. It's, rubbing alcohol.
Dave, you're looking a bit parched. You just have a,
Fucking, I'm so dry, man. So dry.
Look a bit glossy, yeah.
yeah. Look at the sheen on them.
I am the best worst influence. You should know this.
right. Dave, you're up next.
Someone needs to get me a straw. Okay, number 3. Oh, right, number 3. So number 3 is it's a bit of a full-on metal machine of a soundtrack from 2003. Another kind of slasher movie directed by a guy called Marcus Nispel.
Boo this man.
And this is a remake of the 1974 movie, The Texas Chainsaw
Oh, no, come
Massacre.
on.
It's a terrible remake.
Yeah, it really is.
The film, the film is fairly shite, but
Well done, Dave.
there's Jessica Biel and Jonathan
Yeah,
Tucker.
Jessica Biel's ass is like should have got fucking top billing in that
Yeah.
movie. She's
Yeah.
wearing like jean pant
Yeah.
things that are, dear God Almighty, but
Yeah.
everything else is bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
jean pant klaxon.
Yeah. And Jonathan Tucker, I quite like Jonathan Tucker as an actor as well. But out with that, yeah, the movie is not great.
Yeah.
The soundtrack though is probably one of the more consistent kind of metal soundtracks. And again, doesn't really play it too safe with the metal track. Does go for a wee bit more extreme, which I liked. You've got a wee bit of Morbid Angel on there.
Oh, Morbid
You've got
Angel,
a wee bit
really?
of Meshuggah on there.
Holy shit! I did not
Can't
know
go wrong
that.
with Pantera again. Shadows Fall also on there.
Well, it's
and then
2003, so
yeah. And then you've got bands like 40 Below Summer, Motor Grater, couple of tracks. There's a couple of tracks that are on the kind of the weak side, but for it's like a 17-song soundtrack. It is actually fairly solid, and obviously you've got Sweet Home Alabama on it just because anything redneck related and that song has to be on there. But
or Freebird, one of the two.
Freebird, yeah. But yeah, highlights definitely Morbid Angel, Enshrined by Grace, and Meshuggah, Rational Gaze. Fucking yes. And there's a Hatebreed track on it, which is pretty decent from what was the album? Perseverance, which is one of my favourite ones, Hatebreed, so it's not bad as well actually. But yeah, that's my number 3, Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003.
Look at Dave go. Look at Dave.
Nice.
So I'm gonna stick with like I say, I do have a list of just like scores.
Yeah.
And I'll swing back to him at the end. I'm going to try and capture things that have artists recording on them. This is an amazing score, and it's by bands that I guarantee most of us have never listened to.
Okay.
But it goes hand in hand with the movie. In fact, it makes the movie's already incredible, but it makes the movie even fucking better because it's predominantly through it. The movie is called The Battery. It came out in 2013.
Nice.
It has various artists on it. It's another zombie movie. Surprise, surprise. Don't know why. But it has bands like Rock Plaza Central, who are fucking brilliant if you give them a chance. Really quirky, weird indie band. Wise Blood and Sun Hotel. The premise of the movie, and it is a fucking phenomenal movie, because it's made for like $1,000, is that there's a kind of two surviving baseball aficionados that are essentially stuck in the post-zombie outbreak, and they're basically trying to find a place to exist. So they're traveling along, and one of the characters who is he's not prepared to accept that the world's gone to shit, spends his time with his headphones on, with his CD player, and listening to a lot of music, which is the soundtrack to the movie. Yeah. It's written and directed and starring in the main role by a guy called Jeremy Gardner, who is incredibly talented. He did a movie last year called After Midnight, which is also fucking crazy good. And it's predominantly two characters, and it relies pretty much on their relationship all the way through, but it's the score and the cinematography that drives it through, and it's all these weird quirky indie rock bands that just make the movie amazing. It's a fucking incredible movie. The score works independently itself, although it's never been released as a soundtrack, so you have to source the tracks individually and then make your own playlist, which I love even more about it. So there we go.
Has that time to the story in any way?
Yep. The Battery, depending on where you live, 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. Kyle.
Never
Nice.
heard of it.
Kyle?
It's
What?
been a Kyle.
What? Kyle, get that fucking rectified right now.
What?
The Battery.
All right, I'll watch it right now. I'm gonna
Battery never come out in fucking Norway.
Yeah, come
It
on.
barely came
fucking-
out in the UK.
It's available.
One of you gonna have to send it to me.
I'll leave it with me.
What's up, old Corey? Late to the party, no problem.
What's up?
Aye.
Hi, says Jason Voorhees. Hi. I'm gonna
Hi.
see you later in the camp.
Yep.
Hope
Come
you
to
like
Crystal
machetes.
Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Old Corey? Who's Old Corey?
He's
Is that Old Corey from Old the band?
Yeah, I think so.
that'd be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
could be.
I thought you got that.
No, I just saw it on the screen there just now. Hi, Corey.
Yeah. OLDE.
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 My first 5 out of 5 of the year. I think I know.
Was it?
Okay.
I have seen The Empty Man. I loved it. I reviewed it. I absolutely loved it. The critics hated it, but I don't think they got it. So that's all I'm saying.
The Empty Man No, I'm thinking of
No.
something with silent.
You're thinking
something.
about the Bye Bye Man.
No,
That's a
I was thinking
terrible
about
movie.
silent something. I'm
Silent
thinking
Man?
The man.
I'm thinking about a video game that was made by Square
Silent Hill.
Enix. No, it's called The Silent Man or something, and there's no soundtrack, there's no sounds, nothing.
Oh.
It's
Oh, genius.
Weird, yeah. Raven gifting that away again. Thanks for gifting that to Corey from Old. If you're not checking out the band Old with an E, do it. They're amazing. We all loved it.
Best use of a saxophone this year.
I'm not even kidding.
Hands fucking. Well, best use of a saxophone until one of us talks about the Lost Boy soundtrack. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see who's going to pull the trigger. One of you is going to do it. So, I still believe.
I can't believe that dude's hip shake. It's so good.
Oh, man. He's still going. He put out an album 2 years ago.
Fucking no way.
Dude's still ripped like a
course he
fucking
is.
Greek god. He's grey hair now, but it's slicked back in the same ponytail, and it's all in the hips. It's all in the
I
hips.
love that film so much.
Yep.
Now this one, I'm gonna go.
Oh.
Kyle.
I'm gonna go goth. All goth. All the way. Almost kung fu goth, if you get my meaning.
Kung Fu goth?
Goth.
What?
Almost, not really.
All right.
I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
It's a great shout because it's got the best cover of a song, one of the best covers of a song by Nine Inch Nails I've ever heard in my life.
See, it's not me. I have literally not mentioned it once. Didn't
The
mention it once.
Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails.
Check if you haven't. I mean, the movie's amazing, but if you haven't checked out the score, it just makes the movie. I think if the score, the soundtrack on the score was any different, it probably wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah, you've
Like-
got like Pantera's
Yeah.
on that, Helmet,
Right.
Stone Temple Pilots,
Yeah.
Secure,
Mm-hmm.
Rollins Band.
Yeah, even the Rollins band managed to show up on that somehow, and it's all the songs are placed so perfectly and used so well throughout the movie. It's just it elevates it to a whole new level for me. It's not just about the story and the cinematography and stuff like that. It's the score and the soundtrack really landed, and it's great. And that cover, do the klaxon, mentioning it again. Trent
There we go.
Reznor's a fucking genius.
It's a
Thank you
great
very
cover.
much.
It's a great cover. I'm just loving Starry Eyed Tiger saying "Cue Kung Fu Panda." Skaboosh.
Yeah,
So-
pandas are black and white. They've got big old rings around their eyes. Goth.
Yeah.
So somebody had to do it, and I'm doing it. The fucking Crow. It's not
Good
really a
one.
horror, I wouldn't say. I guess.
I don't class it as a horror movie, but I'll
Nah.
let you off.
Yeah,
I'll let you
because
off.
it's amazing.
Gothic, yeah.
Yeah.
A bit gothic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's goth. It's the most goth movie ever. It's kind of like what I imagine, like, what's his tits? Robert Smith dreams like.
Yeah. He probably
His dreams
is.
are the Crow. That's really what I think.
Thanks, an anonymous cheer for 10 bits.
Nice.
Nice.
Crow.
The Crow.
What we got next? Number 2 on my list.
Number 2.
Okay, so my number 2 on the list is the one I was getting mixed up with earlier. So this is the one that me and Duncan saw in Edinburgh.
This is a good shout. This is a really good shout because this has Napalm Death on the fucking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, it has a cover of Napalm Death.
Yes.
Corey, you're right there. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all right. Yeah, so me and Duncan saw this in Edinburgh for the Scottish premiere.
Yeah, Scottish premiere at the Dead by Dawn Horror Film Festival. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think this is going to be a horror movie, Dave. And then sat, like, literally with sweat dripping down my ass crack from how fucking tense I was right to the very end.
Yeah.
I've never been so nervous watching a film, ever.
I
Like,
know.
my legs didn't stop shaking all the way through it. Oof.
This is from 2015, horror kind of thriller called Green Room,
Oh, Christ,
Um,
yeah.
starring the late Anton Yelchin and also Patrick Stewart. Directed by Jeremy Saulnier, who also did Blue Ruin.
Oh, Blue Ruin.
Oh, Blue Ruin. If you haven't seen Green Room, 100% you need to check this film out.
Bring a
this is-
teddy bear.
Yeah.
Teddy bear?
Captain, like, as in to comfort yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Captain Picard plays a neo-Nazi.
Yes. So this is about a punk band called band called the Ain't Rights,
Yeah.
who end up being booked for a show in Portland by one of their band members' cousins. When they turn up, they realise it's a neo-Nazi skinhead bar, and after their set, they witness someone being stabbed basically to death in one of the back rooms of the venue. And they get held hostage by these neo-Nazi fucking nut jobs to kind of avoid them like contacting the cops. So needless to say, this movie has a lot of blood. It's really intense, and some like fantastic performances from Anton Yelchin and Patrick Stewart, who, as Duncan says, plays the leader of the Skinheads, which is just like what. The soundtrack though, the soundtrack is a bit of a mix. You've got like a lot of like really filthy kind of sounding punk bands, which really suits obviously the tone of the film. And a lot of them are quite unknown, like bands like Corpus Rotus, a band called Midnight, the Ain't Rights, which are the band from the movie. They do like a Napalm Death cover and stuff. Battle Torn's another one. I think the biggest band on the soundtrack, and I actually can't remember even hearing it on the film, is Creedence Clearwater Revival.
It plays right at the very end.
Is it? I was thinking that maybe it's the last song. Yeah.
Like, a lot of people sleep on the end of this movie. They don't get the end of the movie because there's an ongoing kind of joke throughout the movie about they getting asked a question about their desert island disc, which used to be a question we used to ask people, Dave, way back in the day. They get asked if there's one song they could listen to over and over again on a desert island, what would it be? And everyone answers the question apart from your man Anton Yelchin. And at the very end, in a very kind of Pulp Fiction what's in the suitcase scenario, he says, I've thought of it, and like, well, you've thought of what? And he's like, I've thought of what my desert island song is. And then it cuts to Creedence Clearwater, and people think you don't get the answer to it and you've missed the point. The answer is the song that plays at the end of the credits.
How do you not get that?
I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that think it has a bad ending because it doesn't give you the song. And I'm like, that's what you took away from the movie. Like, that's what you're hung up on. Fine.
They gave you the song. They played it.
They actually played the fucking song.
All right. Okay.
So,
People are... Yeah. All right.
It's the closing song, Dave.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this soundtrack. I think it benefited having a lot of kind of unknown bands. I often feel like when you hear a song in a movie that you already know, it can like almost like invoke a particular feeling, or you relate to it in a certain time or memory. Like, whereas like if it's something totally unknown, it feels more meant for the film because you have nothing to associate it with. And these songs just fit perfectly with the tone of the movie. But the score is really good as well. It's really like ominous and dark. Again, kind of like It Follows. It adds a very like uneasy like coating to the whole thing. A lot of deep kind of dark synth work on it, which just like works like a charm. But yeah, if you haven't seen Green Room, it is a must see. It's a fantastic movie, and that's my number 2.
Number 2. I think I know where you're going with number 1, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'll let you off, and I'll pick something which is totally off the beaten track here. I've got so many options. I literally like the idea of me having to pick my favorite horror movie soundtrack is a fucking nightmare for me. It's like pick your favorite album ever made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, tomorrow it won't be the same answer as it is. In fact, 5 minutes from now it won't be the same answer because I'll remember one. So like I said before, I'll link back to a ton of stuff that I think you should be checking out.
Yeah.
But I'll pick one from that list because I know that me and Dave kind of have the same one here. Sitting at the top because it's amazing, so I'll let you off. So instead what I'll go with is arguably maybe the greatest soundtrack ever written for a movie, and it kind of sits in our genre because it's written by a prog band. The band are called Goblin. They're an Italian 5-piece who came to prominence working with horror director Dario Argento, who's one of my favourite horror directors of all time. And they first collaborated with him on a movie called Deep Red from 1975, which is maybe the best giallo ever made, which is kind of like a crime thriller horror movie. And they joined back up with him again 2 years later when he released his supernatural masterpiece and arguably top 10 horror movie ever made on anyone's list, Suspiria. This soundtrack is fucking nuts. The movie's nuts.
The movie's fucking out there like crazy.
Right, the movie's nuts. Like, the movie's one of the few movies that at the end of the movie it comes up on the screen and says, "You have been watching Suspiria," and you're like, "Yes, I have." It's like a roller. It's like the most bizarre fucking thing ever. It just balls to the wall.
What did you think of the remake?
I loved the remake.
Yeah.
And Tom York did the soundtrack, which I thought was a bold move. And the Tom York soundtrack is fucking great as well.
Yeah.
So I really liked the remake because the remake didn't try and remake Suspiria because you can't. Because like Argento's Suspiria is just so weird. It's there's not a lot of plot going on. It's mostly visuals.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what aids it. You can't really do that nowadays. So
No.
they didn't, which made me happy. The Goblin soundtrack is nuts. Goblin had been around for a little while as this kind of Italian prog band, but they do tons of bizarre instrumentation. And what I love about it is the foreshadowing in this movie of them just going, witch! Like all the way through, you're like, I wonder what this movie's about. Witch! You're like, maybe it's about vampires. Witch! So, it's a balls to the wall movie that is. At times, there's very little happening on the screen, and Goblin are playing the most crazy proggy shit over the top of it, and that just makes you unsettled because you're expecting something to happen that never happens. It's a perfect partnership between like a band and a filmmaker, and it's, like I said before, arguably one of the greatest horror movies ever made. And the score is vital. You replace that. You know how sometimes they tour movies and change the scores? See, if you did that with Suspiria, it would not work. There's only one score that fits that, and that is Goblin.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to do that at all.
So there you go. That wasn't what I was going to pick, but I'm glad I picked it. And like I say, I'll link back to some that are worth your time. Okay, y'all.
Oh, my number one was Strangeland.
Dave's a prick. Tell him. Tell him.
Really? That was your number one?
Dave.
That was my
It's
number
like
one, was Strangeland.
Chad
So,
Kroger's a dick.
yeah. Nickelback is not neat. Anyway,
Aw.
so, I mean, Strangeland was my number one pick, but I'm thinking of another one. I'm thinking of two, actually. One's not really a horror at all, even though watching it is a horrific experience.
Name them both. Do it.
All right, the first one, not a horror at all, but it's Dune, the original. Well, I say original because the soundtrack to Dune was written by fucking Toto.
Yes.
Like, they wrote that impressive, incredible score, and also Africa,
Yeah.
and I can't
Well,
get my
kinda
head
makes
around
sense.
it. Well,
There's a lot of sand dunes in Africa. Let's get
I
told to
suppose,
do
yeah.
this.
I suppose you're right, yeah.
Indigenous.
I'm like,
Not the weirdest thing in that movie. The weirdest thing in that movie is Patrick Stewart, once again, the aforementioned
Patrick
Captain
Stewart,
Picard,
yeah.
runs into battle with a pug strapped to his chest.
yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Fucking awesome, that film. I don't get it at all.
He's
but
like,
that's
a trade.
studio's
How's a
fault.
tradies? And there's this pug clearly stuck to the front and going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fucking fireworks going off. He's like,
That Dune movie is great. I mean, I'm not taking it down. It's really weird. But I mean,
it's David Lynch.
it's David Lynch, and it's also studio fuckery of the highest order. So I mean,
we
it's
were
like,
talking about this last night. Me and Dave went to see the
really?
new one last
Oh,
night.
I haven't seen it yet. I've got to get out of
It's
my
good.
house.
It's good.
But Toto did the soundtrack to that, and I can never believe it. I'm just sat there, I watch it, and I listen. I go, "This is fucking Toto." Let the rain. What?
I made the tunes down in Africa. Love it.
What spice were they on? You know. So yeah. But I'm thinking of another one. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but it's that one that was it John Carpenter ripped off Metallica for the whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's in the Method Madness.
That's the
we were
one,
speaking about
yeah.
this recently.
Yeah, I love that film. All the wrong reasons.
Maybe one of my favourite stories of all time.
Yeah,
so, In the
it's
Method
great.
Madness is a movie made in 1990. It's like 94, I think, and he made it with Sam Neill, and Sam
Yeah.
Neill's at peak Sam Neill because
Yeah.
he'd just done Jurassic Park, and he made this weird fucking little bizarre movie about.
It's a mirror, isn't it, or something? A dark.
It's
Yeah.
a book essentially.
Oh.
They read the book, and what he reads in the book comes to life.
That was it.
And
I've
he
got it
starts
confused with another
getting
one.
fucking haunted by it. And John Carpenter, like in the 90s, was all about the metal, wanted metal and everything. You only have to watch movies like Ghosts of Mars or his Vampire soundtrack. And on the Ghosts of Mars soundtrack, which we could have mentioned as well,
True.
he had fucking Anthrax and Buckethead and everything on writing music with him. But yeah, so he'd approached Metallica and asked for Enter Sandman. And Metallica, as you can imagine,
nope.
in 1994, said no to weird John Carpenter, the movie maker. So he tried and couldn't get it, and so he went away and he basically ripped it off, like clearly ripped it off. So what I suggest everyone does, if you get a chance, Google theme "In the Mouth of Madness" and listen to it.
It
and
is It's the most
Enter
Metallica
Sandman.
song that was never written by Metallica.
Enter
It's so
Sandman.
good.
Even the build-up is Enter
Yeah, it's just the whole thing. It's so good. Oh, bring! I'm like, is it? It's not, is it? No.
It's so good, so good.
It's great.
Because he's just clearly like, oh, can't I have your song? Can't I have your song? I'll write my own then.
Yeah. Fuck you, Metallica. Anybody can write that.
We spoke about it on the podcast recently because we were talking about songs that
yeah.
you'd come out to if you were a wrestler, and I was like,
yeah.
that would be my entrance song. The theme from In the Mouth of Madness.
But the
that's a
rest
good
of the
choice, man.
soundtrack's pretty metal as well.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking mint,
of course.
mint,
Yeah.
mint.
So yeah, it was Strangeland. June got an honourable mention, but no, it's In the Mouth of
June.
Madness.
I just spent a fortune on that fucking 4K UHD special edition.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'll do that. I'll do that for a Lynch movie.
Do it. You hear the I heard the Ghost cover of Enter Sandman. Actually, pretty good. I like the very.
It wasn't bad.
I like the subdued piano intro, and then it goes all ghost. I really like that. I thought it was pretty good. They definitely did it did it an honour, is what I said when I heard it.
Dave,
Nice.
come on, do it. You know you want to do it.
Skate kids would call that karma, as many believe Enter Sandman is a rip-off as an Excel song. Fuck them. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people think it's a rip-off of a Weezer song. Or no, Weezer ripped off of Enter Sandman. It goes either way, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think I may have been drunk when I read that
To
story.
destroy my sweater, whoa,
Yeah, that sounds like James Hetfield.
baby.
Destroy my sweater, yeah!
Who has the better? Yeah, right. Let's get this out of the way. James Hetfield or Rob Zombie?
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Who has the better? Yeah, give us the chats as well, folks. In the chats, who has the better? Yeah, Rob Zombie, James Hetfield.
I would
Let
love
us
to
know.
see them do a year off.
A yeah off would be the greatest thing ever.
I think Rob Zombie is more consistent, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he's got like a weird
Yep.
twang on it. He's like, yeah.
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 I am the Astro Man.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it, right?
Whereas,
And Hetfield's just like, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It ain't my ooh, bitch. Greatest lyric. That's when Metallica fans of the 80s died.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it ain't my ooh, bitch.
I love James Hetfield so much. I just want to give
So
him
we're
a hug, like a grandpa, you know?
We've got Rob Zombie. We've got one for Hetfield. We've got Zombie. Zombie takes it.
Yes.
Zombie wins in the year off.
Oh, for once, Rob Zombie's the best at something.
I want to slap Zombie with every movie he's ever touched. Oh, it got me just right. Just got me just right. Ah, man.
One for each movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Fuck
slap.
you, and that one, and fucking Halloween, whatever it's fucking called.
Yep.
Sit down and shut up. And a preemptive slap for Monsters, you bastard.
Yeah, but we're talking about Rob Zombie's right in the middle of remaking the Munsters.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, he cast his wife. Actually, he's cast the whole cast are people that he's worked with in previous movies, which part of me likes, but I'm also like, come on,
Some of those didn't work, you know.
yeah, come on, dude. Dave, give us your
Yeah.
number one.
It's fairly obvious, to be honest. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's the first thing I wrote down. Like, I know Kyle was saying Kiss of the Damned. This is literally the first thing I wrote down, like,
Yeah.
straight away. And then I was like, that I've not got a chance to say this, so.
I kind of expected it to come up before now, to be honest. But
Well, higher up, though. They were in the high numbers.
yeah, higher up. But I thought someone would have said it. This is like one of my favorite movies. Like, I own the CD,
Yep.
like, and I bought it back in the day. It's a goddamn classic. It's the soundtrack from the 1987 movie The Lost Boys.
Hey.
Directed
See,
by,
I knew you were going to have it, that's why I didn't put it on my list.
Oh, no.
I didn't pull
it was
the
on
trigger
there.
because I didn't want to steal your thunder. 'Cause I've got 17 million more, Dave, and you might not.
Amazing. Directed by Joel Schumacher, starring Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Jason Patrick. This is one that it's a movie I watch regularly. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't actually think it's aged all that badly at all.
No.
In comparison to
It's
some
almost
others
on
from that
repeat.
time.
my
Fashion
house.
has. The fashion has. The rest
Oh,
of the movie
bring
hasn't.
back the headbands, man. Those things are
Really?
glorious. I want to I might just style myself after that movie from
Like,
now on.
the hairspray budget on that movie cost more than the battery to make that I mentioned earlier. So
Music licensing, hairspray, stunt control.
Yeah.
More Corys, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I thought somebody was going to say Trick or Treat, but no one did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because
Trick or
that movie's
Treat's a great heavy metal movie.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
Bad film, but
I don't
great.
know if I love the soundtrack. Well, I was going to do Demons. We'll come back to that though.
No, I
Dave.
suppose, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dave, sorry.
Yeah. So what's there not to love about this? Like, it's probably a more like obviously 80s kind of rock orientated soundtrack. You got the big hitters like In Excess on there, Echo and the Bunnymen, Lou Gramm from Foreigner, and obviously Big Tim Capello. Like,
I still believe.
like that is like one of the highlights of that movie. Those fucking luscious locks and bulging pecs. Like,
Oh, the hips did.
oh man.
And those purple lycra pants. Ugh.
Fucking Big Tim. And I also read that he's playing sax on the new Gunship album.
He has. Aye, that's out. It's out.
Yeah.
If you've not heard it, it's fucking great.
Yeah. I love Big Tim Capello. It's a very memorable soundtrack. Like, whether it's like tracks like Lost in the Shadows, Cry Little Sister, People Are Strange, or I Still Believe. I think the quality here of this soundtrack is what sells it so well.
Impeccable.
Yeah, there's literally no filler on this here at all, really. And I think like the tracks they picked for the soundtrack are really well suited to the film tonally as well. They suit like the location of the film, the style of the movie. There's a couple of tracks that got a right kind of creepy vibe to them as well. But I love this film. I adore this film. And the soundtrack is fucking awesome. That's my number one, The Lost Boys from 1980.
It's a great choice.
Great choice. Absolutely. You see, I avoided like films about metal, so obvious choices would be like Deathgasm and stuff like that.
Deathgasm would have been a good
It's
one.
good shit, but I mean, I thought a metal soundtrack horror film about metal is kind of pushing it for me. I think I was like, meh. Feels like it would have been an easy out. So, but I mean, I have to give it a mention because it is a pretty good film, and the soundtrack is fucking killer. So,
yeah,
it's the second best vampire movie of that year. Controversial Duncan coming in.
What was the best then, in your wise and generous opinion?
It's also on my list. It has a score by Tangerine Dream, came out the same year, and it's Near Dark.
Oh yeah,
Near Dark is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's basically a traveling group of marauding vampires out in the kind of out in the Wild West, but modern times, obviously. Bill Paxton, Lance Henriksen, vicious fucking vampires, and yeah, you follow them. It's got an incredible score, but it's all Tangerine Dreamy and synthy as fuck. But the movie itself is a better movie.
I think
just that much.
Yeah, just
there's no kind of like you're eating maggots, Michael. It's none of that at all. No. There's an amazing scene where Bill Paxton like climbs up on top of a bar, and he's got like blades on his stirrups and his shoe, and he comes down and slices a guy's fucking throat in half.
Is there any saxophone solos though?
Well, Dave, this is the problem. It's the secret weapon that every movie should have, is a sax solo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, granted. In fact, you make a good point. I stand cease and desist order is in effect.
Thank you.
But Near Dark, for those that want to check out, I'll rattle through a couple here, and then we can have some bants before we wrap this some bitch up. In terms of amazing soundtracks, there's a indie movie called The Woman from 2011. The whole score is done by a guy called Sean Spillane, and it's a great score, but it goes between kind of industrial, rocky, and kind of ballads. It's fucking amazing. The movie is a tough watch, so if you're predisposed to not enjoying anything with male on female violence, do not watch The Woman. But it's kind of fucking amazing.
Good film, yeah.
It's a great movie. And here are just soundtracks that are not necessarily in the metal genre, but are either absolutely the best things that have ever been written, or creepy as fuck. So Climax Golden Twins did the Session 9 soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Session 9 is terrifying. It's from 2001, and it's so scary. It's a horror movie that's predominantly set in the daylight, and it's still terrifying.
Yeah.
And their score for it is mostly weird, kind of almost out of tune piano sounds and ambient noise. It's terrifying. For those that like a bit of Pink Floyd, and I know they are out there, they're out there. Nick Mason joined Rick Fenn to do the White of the Eye soundtrack from 1987. White of the Eye is this really weird, obscure, kind of almost American giallo horror film about a killer who is murdering people, and you know who it is straight away. Like you see him kill someone, and then you see him go back to his normal family, and you're like, everything is fucked, and they need to get out of there, and then you just stay with that family for the whole movie. It's kind of amazing, but the score is absolutely amazing. That's White of the Eye, and Nick Mason and Rick Fenn did that. If you're into your weird industrial shit, then you need to listen to Chu Izukawa's score for Tetsuo 2 The Body Hammer, which, by the way, like that the term body
when
hammer.
Did that come out? Because that rings a huge bell.
Early 90s. So Tetsuo the Iron Man is the first one from 88 or 89, and Tetsuo the Body Hammer is early 90s. And then bands like Fear Factory and all the rest ripped off Tetsuo. So just add that to another reason we don't like Fear Factory. So Tetsuo 2 The Body Hammer, done by Chu Izukawa. If you want to go really fucking trippy and weird, I would suggest do not take any drugs and do this. A movie from 2018 called In Fabric. The soundtrack was done by Cavern of Antimatter, which is the greatest name for a band ever. And it's weird, trippy, bizarre, kind of 70s experimental shit. So it's also worth your time. Let's go into some of the more... Yeah, this is one that's full on bizarre. The Beyond from 1981, directed by the late great Lucio Fulci, score done by Fabio Frizzi, who's still on the go actually. It's incredible. It's huge. It's powerful, and the movie's nuts. The Maniac remake from 2013, score done by a Frenchman called Rob. That's
Just
what
Rob.
he goes under. He's done shitloads of stuff. It's heavily synth based, and the score for Maniac almost makes the movie. Once again, if you take that out, it's not as interesting. Speaking of amazing synth scores, a movie that terrified me as a kid, because I caught this as a kid and scared the ever-loving shit out of me. Extro is the name of the movie. You've probably seen at least gifs of the alien from Extro, kind of crab walking along a road. It's usually used when people do Russian sleep experiments, fake stories online, and it's that thing moving. It's from the movie Extro. The director is a guy called, wait for it, Harry Bromley Davenport, who not only wrote and directed the movie, but he also wrote the soundtrack for it, and it is synthwave before synthwave. It's nuts. It's something fucking. It's the experimental synth stuff is like next level, which brings me to Mika Levy, who did the Under the Skin soundtrack. Under the Skin from 2013, arguably one of the best horror movies of the last decade, easily. And her score for it is terrifying. Listen to that score, independent of everything else, and you will be terrified. And then the last one I'll mention, my favourite horror score of all time, is a movie that I watch every Halloween, and we'll be watching it this coming Sunday. Is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Score done by Alan Howarth and John Carpenter. A little edutainment here for the listeners here. Alan Howarth has done a shitload of stuff, right? But Alan Howarth is the guy that's credited for inventing Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
Back in the day, experimented and dabbled with some shit, and then ultimately that became Dolby Atmos. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is the best Halloween score. It's also the best score for a horror movie. It's nuts. And go and watch it. And that's my list. So there's tons of... I'm going to send it all to Dave. Dave will probably bin it. And you'll just have to listen back to the 3 hours of me chatting. So there we go. I love this. This was great.
Nice.
Did any of you guys have another one that you were thinking about?
I had a couple like just of backups just in case, but none of them were particularly amazing. But I had Freddy v Jason from 2003.
Spine Shank, dude.
Yeah.
Spine Shank.
Spine
Love
Shank, Chimera, In Flames, Kill Switch, Stone Sour, Type of Negative, obviously. There's an old Slipknot track on it as well, a track called Snap,
Oh
which
yeah.
was released for the film, and then I think they added it to like one of their anniversary releases of their debut, I think, at a later date.
Snap.
Yeah, I love that song
Yeah,
actually.
it's
Good, yeah.
Sepultura and Mike Patton do a track called The Waste, which is kind of creepy. Nothing Face on it as well, which I quite like.
Really? Wow.
It's not a bad soundtrack, but there's about 20 tracks on it, so there is a bit of filler on it, and some that are not particularly great. But like Devil Drivers on it, for example, which just like why just get that the fuck. El Nino as well as other ones on there, but like that aside, it's actually not a bad soundtrack. Film, like on the other hand, you know.
You
what
interviewed
was
Tom
other-
Atkins 2 years ago. That's awesome.
Tom No, it's not Tom. It's Tom motherfucking Atkins. Dude's amazing. Also has the most awkward sex scene ever in a movie. In that movie, where he sucks on a nipple.
All right then. Just got carried
Don't
away.
see
did
that
he?
in many movies. Like he just goes right for that tit. He's like the best thing. Like someone once asked me to explain why Halloween 3 is the best movie to watch at Halloween, and I summed it up as it's about a warlock who owns this is no joke. There's a warlock who owns a toy making company that creates masks for kids that they wear on Halloween while simultaneously stealing part of Stonehenge to create a paganistic ceremony that will wipe out all the children in America. Silver Shamrock. It's like, honestly, it's the most fucking Halloween thing ever. But Tom Atkins has kids and an ex-wife at home and decides to blow them off for Halloween by investigating whatever's going on in this movie, by going away with someone clearly half his age, buying a six-pack, taking her to a hotel room and sucking that titty. Dude's a legend.
Nice. What else? I had one more on my list somewhere. What else was it? Oh yeah, the other one I had, which was just like I'll play this card if I have to, but I don't really want to. Which was Bride of Chucky from '98. Fucking hell.
Directed by the same guy that did Freddy vs.
Yeah,
Jason.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ronnie Yu. This was, I think, it's like the fourth installment of the Chucky, the Child's Play franchise. Something like that.
This is where it went to shit.
Yeah, not a great movie. But soundtrack, it's okay. Like, but it's fairly like stereotypical, like Static X, Cold Chamber, White Zombie, Rob Zombie. The usuals are
The
all
usual
there.
fucking suspects.
Yeah, yeah.
How to create a metal soundtrack? Right, Static X, Zombie, both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's like Rob Zombie and White Zombie on there.
Ronnie, you thought they were two different bands.
My wife loves your accents more than your content. It's the perfect summation of this entire show.
It's a sweeping commentary on Scotland.
Yeah, I'll take
Like
that.
everyone loves Scottish accents, just not the faces or the teeth.
Oh, that's great.
I was thinking, like, because we mentioned it as well, Demons, the 1985 Lamberto Bava movie, has like Iron Maiden and has like this fucking insane soundtrack, and also has a scene where someone rides a motorcycle through the middle of a cinema with a samurai sword, just decapitating zombies.
Listen,
And also
Raven.
has a dubbed pimp that goes, "Holy shit, she's a friend of mine." For no reason at all.
Listen, Raven. Every Scottish person I'm friends with is because of the accent.
It's what we do.
Yeah. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was it. Bride of Chucky.
Pride of Chucky.
But I'm glad I didn't have to use that, to be honest, because I was just like...
That was the point that I was like that. Wait 1 second, is this franchise shit? And then
Right.
they did Seed of Chucky after, which is one of the worst movies ever fucking made. I hate Seed of
I
Chucky.
don't think I even watched that
Oh,
one.
dude, Seed of Chucky's terrible. Because it is about Jennifer Tilly, who has amazing breasts, by the way. Still at she's almost 60.
Yep, there we go.
And her rack is on fleek. She becomes a doll at the end of that one, and then in the following movie they have a child doll. And I was like, what are we doing here? And then Chucky's not the main character, and yeah, see the Chucky's awful. And then you take a couple of years out, and then they came back with Curse of Chucky, which is legit good. And now there's that Chucky TV show that's apparently really good that I've not seen
Yeah,
yet.
I've heard, yeah.
Hearing good things. So, but I like the remake. I know some people are like, no, remake, because that's how they sound in my head. But, I couldn't care. I thought it was good. And Mark Hamill did a good voice. No Brad Dourif, mind you, but he was alright.
Yeah.
He's alright.
Is that right? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. I think that's all I had.
I was thinking of a few, but I think I mentioned them all. Yeah, all those metal movies.
Oh god, there's so many of them.
I know.
Yeah,
many
there
of
was.
them.
Yeah, there was.
None of
some
us
that were
mentioned.
just-
None of us mentioned the many uses of Creed on a Scream soundtrack. Like Scream 2, Scream 3. Scream 3 would have been a good one. The movie's terrible, but the Scream 3 soundtrack is kind of amazing. It also has Power Man 5000 doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's it
so
fucking
that one
called?
song that's like it's not on any albums.
Nah.
Get on, get off.
Big up
I
or
think
get
it's-
off. Yeah. that's it,
get on, get off.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is only on that.
I know. Yeah, I was considering that, but then I remembered I haven't seen Scream 3. I'm like, couldn't get.
Oh,
shit.
Black Christmas! Now you're talking, old Corey.
Ooh,
Woo!
yeah. that's
Black
a good
Christmas.
show.
Not the remake or the other remake. Just stressing
No.
that. The original 70,
3,
76,
6.
74, 74, 76, 76, 76.
Yeah.
I was
Amazing.
close.
76. It's the
The
tits.
Ginger Snaps. It's got
Oh,
a
love
handful of
Ginger
tracks.
Snaps.
Handful of good tracks. It's got a bit of Glassjaw in there.
Ginger Snaps is such an underrated fucking movie. And it's Canadian as well, old Corey.
Ginger Snaps.
It's an amazing. Like, honestly, I think that movie preempted a shitload of kind of feminist horror movies that came out like almost a decade later. Ginger Snaps was doing it well.
I haven't seen it
before.
in years.
And really well as well.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's another 2 sequels which I never watched, which I think follow the sister, because Catherine Isabel didn't do those ones. But
You know, I considered putting that on my list. I can't remember why I didn't. I was like, maybe because I haven't seen it in a long time and I couldn't remember if it was actually a metal soundtrack or not.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just watching it going, this is how you do a werewolf movie updated.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about the human centipede? What about the human centipede? Lots of pyro.
How has that got a metal soundtrack?
It's maybe got the most metal and like the movie looks like something Rammstein thought
Well,
up
it's
over the
true.
weekend.
Yeah, you could literally put a Rammstein song to a montage of clips from that film, and it will probably work really well.
Second movie start there is one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
I think it might still be banned in the UK.
probably.
So, holy shit. I think it was the Baby Stomp. I love Pontypool. Old Corey, me and you, like, up in a tree, chatting about horror movies. Pontypool is incredible. Big Steve McHattie. Pontypool is like a radio play, but done as a movie where you're in like a radio station over like this wintry night, and Steve McHattie, incredible actor, is the kind of shock jock DJ, and you basically live through the experiences of him getting phone calls in, and there's some virus infecting like the townspeople, but the virus is actually done through speech, so it's connected through speech. So, and it's only connected through the English language as well. But what happens is words get associated, and your words get associated with actions, and you get stuck on them. It's fucking incredible. Absolutely love it.
Oh, check that out. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. Pontypool, that's 2008. Not sure. It's really, really good though. It's a good one for like, see when things start getting wintry where you are, Kel. You know, like most of the time, you shove on some Pontypool.
Yeah, I will.
What people say in Silence of the Lambs, love it.
Silence
See you,
but
great
is that-
big fat person.
But how is that metal as well?
No, I think we're just mentioning great horror movies now.
Yeah, we could do that all night.
I'm down to clown on that. Bad Candy. I don't know if I've seen Bad Candy. I thought you were saying Hard Candy, and I was like,
yeah.
oh my god, my penis. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Fucking man, yes, love it. 1986 or 87, nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts. And it's people dressed up as giant like rubber clown suits, but they're clown aliens, and their weapons are all based off clown things, so they shoot like toxic popcorn or evil candy floss. It's kind of amazing. And their spaceship is a giant top hat thing, you know, like the big tent thing. It's amazing. So I like that. What's everyone watching for Halloween? Dave,
Ooh, Bad
what are you watching
Candy
this year?
now. Corey Taylor's the DJ of 66.6 FM.
Was I cast as one
Oh,
of the
wait, I
clowns?
heard about that. I think it was a
No, I
massive
wasn't.
flop, wasn't it? No, you weren't.
That's a sick burn, lots of pyro. It's a hardcore burn. Plus, I would have been like 5 when that movie came out. Yeah, bastard. Yeah, so come on, hit me with what are you watching this year for Halloween?
I think I'm going to go with Event Horizon.
Oh, I love Event Horizon.
Because
That's a movie that should have a bitchin' metal soundtrack.
it should. It looks like it really should. Maybe I'll write one and just redub it. But I think...
Thank you, lots of pyro.
See you later, old Corey. It's good to see you,
ya.
man. Write a new album. Before you go, write a new album and release it
Right
really
now.
quick. Because
Write it right now.
fuck me, do I want it. Oh my god.
Hey, do you want it, Kyle?
Yeah, I want it from Corey
Oh,
and his band of men.
Starry-Eyed Tiger is sticking with the family classics.
Casper.
Hocus Pocus, and the Addams Family.
nice.
Nice.
I don't actually have anything picked for this weekend. We've got one to watch, like as a family one. We're watching Beetlejuice, but I don't actually know what we're watching later on.
It's written. What?
What?
Old Corey's album is written.
And he's
Send
leaving.
it to me.
That's the best time
Alright.
to leave, just for that. It's written.
That's a mic
Bye.
drop, that, isn't it?
It's written. Bye.
Bye.
Pack it up in a zip file and send it. I want to hear it. I'll tell no one.
It's written, but it may not be recorded.
And don't care. Come to my house and play it live.
Celtic Image is watching Halloween 5 and hanging out with Don Shanks, the man who played Myers in Part 5. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
You're not
pretty
gonna like do that thing where we're like, what was it like doing this scene? Did you do this scene? Was it that scene? You know what I mean?
It's not rehearsed or recorded. That's fine. I like it raw.
Is that a tease klaxon? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's an uncooked klaxon. Where are we going?
I have no idea. What you got picked for Halloween?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm doing a movie that's probably not horror, actually, for the first time ever.
What?
I'm doing Prisoner of a Ghostland, the new Sion Sono Nicolas Cage movie. Mostly
Okay.
because it's Sion Sono, and he makes the most insane movies you've ever seen, and it's Nicolas Cage who makes the most insane movies you've ever seen. So I'm kind of thinking the two of them together is going to be like... But I'll always watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because that puts me in the mood, a little bit snippy and giant pumpkins, and then follow up with Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which always gets watched. I think this year me and the kiddo are going to watch Sleepy Hollow, although she's pushing for something. 7 years old, she's pushing for something completely like harder on the old horror content. So we could just watch this movie, Dad, and I'm like, no, let's not watch this movie, because she's seen a couple of Jason movies before, but she's like she's interested in some of the Halloween ones, which you could see some of the sequels, but the first one has the old tippage that like her mum won't watch the movie with her, and I'm not having that conversation. So Sleepy Hollow and probably something else. We did like the usual things like Paranorman is a must watch in this house for anyone that's not seen Paranorman. It's fucking the tits. And things like Frankenweenie and all the rest. We'll watch tons over the weekend because I'll have them on loop. But yeah, it's a good time.
Nice.
Good time.
Social media director of Haunt. He got to hang with Zach Gilligan, Damien Murphy, and Don. You had to miss Lisa Wilcox.
Jesus.
That's awesome. Fuck.
Lots of pyros watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going to assume you're 74.
remake.
But dump your social media accounts that
Don't
you
you
manage
dare
in the
be-
chat, and we'll all go follow and stuff. That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Devil Horns is watching Hotel Transylvania. No, you're not.
What?
He's such a liar. Paul's such a troll.
The thing is, I'm the only one in this house that likes horror or anything remotely spooky or scary. So, like, I just got to sit on my own and watch Event Horizon, and I'm going to be sleeping with the light on after that. Because that movie is a fuck.
Dude, I know you're saying that, but that's... You're complaining that you're being forced to watch a movie yourself in silence.
Yeah.
Away
It's
from
gonna
the
be
hustle
great.
and the bustle.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. All the lights are going to be
Exciting.
on.
Oh, she see. Sorry, Paul's like right. I now get. Yeah, we've seen the new ones coming out soon. We've seen all the Hotel Transylvania movies.
Yeah.
And the new Addams Family cartoon, which is okay.
Of course it's okay. Isn't somebody rebooting that as well? Or was that a
It's
reboot?
coming. Yeah, it's coming on Netflix as a TV.
Ah,
So
yeah, that was
Catherine Zeta-Jones is Morticia. Oof. Pounds of semen.
Who's Gomez?
Is the little dude that plays you'll know him. You'll like Google him. He's been in every. He usually plays kind of more comedic roles. And a lot of people are complaining that he was too ugly to play the part alongside Catherine Zeta-Jones. And I was like, you clearly have never watched The Addams Family. Like Gomez is not supposed to be an attractive man.
No, he's not. He's meant to be a
No.
fuck ugly, whatever he is.
So it should be very good. Best was dinner with Gunnar Hansen. Gunnar Hansen played Leatherface in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. We shared pizza. He wouldn't let me talk. He told me a couple of stories of BTS stories. We shared about our families. And at the end, he let me ask one Texas Chainsaw Massacre question. You cannot leave us with the. He only let me ask one, but I'll never tell.
I'll be like, what did the mask smell like?
Oh, brutal! They shot it in summer, and people were
I know,
passing it
yeah.
and vomiting.
Maybe that's why he only lets them ask one question. He's like, I just don't want to remember it. They wanted Johnny Depp for Gomez. That would have been a huge mistake.
They'll not get him now.
No. Well, he's on the rise back up again, isn't he?
Yeah, but still, then that's a bad move. It's a bad
Yeah,
move. It's a
don't
bad
do it.
move. Bad move. Don't do it.
Saying that, I watched Edward Scissorhands recently. It's not super horror, but it's Tim Burton.
It's one of two movies that I will admit to making me cry. That movie
Yeah,
makes me cry.
it's
That's why I
like-
don't watch it.
Yeah, I love it.
Both Tim Burton movies as well. Both Tim Burton movies. I
Really?
won't tell you
What's
what
the
the
other
other one is. Yeah, I'm not telling you.
Oh, you just yeah. Sorry, I asked it as you said it.
Yeah, I'm not telling you. But Edward Scissorhands. I've not watched it in years, mind you. But the end of that movie fucking boots me in the balls and then laughs at me while I'm crying. So love it, absolutely love it.
So, gentlemen,
I asked him how they came up with the kooky dance. They said it was 113 degrees in Texas. That's over 40 degrees Celsius. When they filmed it, and he was dehydrated and over the filming. They gave him a saw and with a chain, and he wanted to injure Toby, so they would stop filming. Jesus.
Old Corey swinging it with the ninth gate. Love the ninth gate,
Oh,
even though
I
Roman
love it.
Polanski is
It's a troublesome topic.
a complex fellow. you would
Yeah.
say.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah, Ninth
travel
Gate.
a lot.
That just came out on HBO Max over here. I think I'm gonna put it in my own watch list. I haven't watched that in ages.
Johnny Depp's really good in that.
Or was it Netflix? One of the two. And From Hell. That's a good one too. I like that one.
That's another. You're just going through the Johnny Depp filmography.
Oh, it's Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah. Sweeney Todd's another movie I enjoy, Duncan.
You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't really enjoy Sweeney Todd, but I think that's because musicals can suck it.
Controversial statement. You don't like a musical?
I actually really hate musicals. I don't get it. I'm a musician, and I love music, and I can listen to and play it and just talk about it all day. Have someone singing exposition in a movie, and I'll fucking turn it off. I hate
You don't
it.
like the, you,
I just
you don't
don't
like
get
the
it.
Muppets Christmas Carol?
No.
Oh, you can go away.
Yeah.
Like our friendship is null and void right now.
That's when you know a friendship is over, when it's just go away.
Yeah.
It's not fuck off, get out. You can go away.
You not enjoy even the musical episode of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I mean, I enjoy the concept of it. I just cannot stand singing exposition. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I'm like, I should love this. On paper, it works for me, but it just pisses me off, and I get really annoyed and irritated.
Well, Dave, I am surprised we got this far into recording together as a group before I found the thing that would break us up.
When did we start this? 2013? That was a good run. It was 8 years.
There's a line that's drawn here. There's no further. You never. Oh, you know what you should check out? You should check out Anna and the Apocalypse.
Ah, the Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah?
Scottish rom-com. But it's a musical. It's a musical. It's fucking great.
I will check it out. I'll do my best.
Don't,
Dave, stop shaking your head.
don't do it, Kyle.
This
I'm
isn't
open.
Disney.
Watch The Sixth... Everybody's seen The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like saying watch the sky.
No, I don't like. I've swung back from the Sixth Sense. You stole the Sixth Sense. I don't like it as much anymore.
What?
It's a movie with diminishing returns.
Yeah, to
Well,
be
well,
honest.
you know the
First time you watch
twist,
it, you're like,
yeah.
oh my god. Second time you watch it, you're like, yeah, I know it's happening. Third time you pick out all the little details.
Yeah.
And the fourth time is like, well, I know it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Although I do have, Dave, you like this, and our buddy, I don't know if Old Corey's still in the chat, the movie Old to watch. I have a copy of that now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So missed it at the cinema, so looking forward to checking it out and seeing if I am in camp. This is fun or this is shit. Lots of pyro. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas the other day. Yes,
I did too.
love it.
Halloween movie or Christmas movie?
Controversial. I would say a Christmas movie, but I wouldn't complain about someone that watches it as a Halloween movie.
I'm probably in the same boat there.
Right on the fence.
The story's just like, both! I sing dead people. Okay, I kind of have to see that. That sounds great. See, that's the thing. I'll say it. I'll be like, that sounds great. I want to see it. And then I'll watch it and I'll just be pissed off and I do not know why. I just don't get it.
Oh man, the mask. I'm now getting the feeling that my face is that fat that I'm just gonna have these circle imprints on my head, like I've been for one of those weird like treatments where they put those suction cups on you.
Yeah.
In my face.
Been attacked by an octopus.
Lots of Pyro says Die Hard's my favourite Christmas movie. Well, I mean, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
enough.
great movie.
That came
Love
out
it.
around Christmas.
Also true.
Yeah, anyone that says Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie is
Yeah. Fuck them.
yeah.
They don't fuck, as the kids say.
They do
They
not.
do
fuck.
not fuck.
Bruce Willis singing now, we're back to horror, yeah, pretty much. Didn't he do
Oh,
it?
what? He did.
Yeah.
He did. He did. Well, he did in Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you liked us, wish on a star. Yeah, did. I love that movie as well, and it's like, see if you ever check the ratings for Hudson Hawk, it's universally fucking panned. And I
You
like it.
haven't seen Die Hard.
What?
Stop whatever you're doing, put your work down, get yourself a beer, and go fucking watch Die Hard. How have you not? How have we been friends for this long and you haven't seen Die Hard?
Need to get watched.
Like, Die Hard. It's like
And
kids
if
are
you're feeling-
born
if you're
having
feeling
watched
fresh-
Die Hard. You know?
If you're feeling fresh and funky, watch Hudson Hawk as well.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
It's got Richard E. Grant in an amazing villainous role.
Yeah. Ooh,
So-
yeah.
There you go.
Man, I forget so many things about so many movies.
Sadly, my brain is just like a fucking vault.
I know,
for
you just
useless
sponge it
fucking
up.
knowledge.
I
It's
watch it and
useless
go, that was
knowledge.
awesome, and I'll try to remember this, and then 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I saw a movie recently. What was it? It was alright, and everyone's raving about it. Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, it's my curse. My curse is things get locked in there, and I really should have like important information in there, and it's all fucking useless trivia.
Yeah. It's never looked interesting, fair enough, but watch it because it's great. And Die Hard 2, and then just ignore the rest.
Oh, Die Hard 3's got Big Sammy Jackson. He's kind of funny.
No, I suppose, yeah, I forgot about that. See? Forgot about it.
And Die Hard 4 has Timothy Olyphant, who's really good as a villain.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I really liked him as Agent 47 in the Hitman movie.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Like, everyone's like, oh, that movie's shit. I'm like, well, if you ignore all of the games, it's not that bad a movie.
If anyone's looking for something Zomcom, really, with Timothy Olyphant, you should watch the Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix.
Great, that is
Fucking
really,
great show.
really good, yeah.
Really, he's amazing in it.
He is. What's her name playing it? Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore, yeah.
Great, it's so good.
Really,
Didn't
really
it get
good.
renewed for another season and then COVID happened, so they're still yet to shoot
No,
it?
no. It got cancelled.
Ah, fuck.
It got cancelled just as it was getting good.
Fucking stupid shit.
This is what they do. and You, a show that I'll never fucking watch, has been renewed for 5 seasons. So
Yeah, see, I've watched the first season of that, and it was alright. The second season was not as good. The third season, the one that had just come out and watched, I was like, I ignored like half of it. It was just like...
I asked Dave about it, and Dave said, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But then Dave also tells me to watch stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I don't. So, although I'm hearing good things. Dave, you heard of this TV show Succession? Seems to be winning a lot of awards. Surprised you've not watched it yet.
You come to stream and you walk away with homework. Yeah, that's what happens when you come to Metal Epidemic.
Next month, Dave's going to show up wearing fucking a Brian Cox mask. Succession. Main character for the whole fucking show.
Yeah. I fucking love that show.
I'll get to it. I will get to it. I was talking to the wife about it because season 3's just started, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a couple episodes, yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about it in the house, so it might happen. Maybe. Too much to watch, Dave.
Sure.
Too much to watch. Although I did watch my 27th horror movie for the 31 of October today was Hypnotic, which just got released on Netflix, which is 1, not a horror movie, and 2, like a really cheesy 90s thriller.
Any good?
No. Mildly entertaining because it plays Footloose and Fancy 3 about the concept of what hypnotists can actually do. A lot of pseudoscience about hypnotism that I'm like, I don't know, it's even grounded. So yeah. So if you didn't watch it, then that's fine.
Okay then. I probably won't.
Yeah, it's not very good. Not very good. Tomorrow though, things are ramping up before the end of the week though, folks. Listen to this sexy list right to finish off. Oh yeah, listen to the sexy list. Sexy list. Oh, this is a theme song for a sexy list. Duncan's fucking sexy list. Yeah. Thank you. Sexy list klaxon. Tomorrow. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Tomorrow is No One Sleeps in the Woods Tonight 2, Part 2, which is a Polish slasher movie. I've not seen the first one. Better get on that. And then Friday night, I'm going to see Last Night in Soho, the new Edgar Wright movie at the cinema. And then on Saturday, I'm going to see Antlers at the cinema. And then Sunday, Prisoners of the Ghostland by Nick Cage.
Nice.
You can't take sexy seriously with those masks. Well,
how about if we do a sexy dance?
the kooky dance. I don't think I'm fucking sleeping tonight, am I?
Oh man.
Oh my god, I need to start doing this with a hole in my seat for moments like that. Jesus, gonna bucket under my fucking god.
That's not where I thought you were going. I thought you meant it for like a dildo or something. Like a little hole in your seat there. Eh?
No, because that was pants shittingly scary.
Oh, right. So you were talking about stuff going out and I was thinking about stuff going in. All right, there we go. It's an out hole, not an in hole. Right, got you. I know what you're saying.
Lube still helps.
So, what are we doing for the next Twitch stream?
Yeah, segue into that one. Good luck.
I think because we are, what's November?
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of us doing it in between like topics. I think we should do another artist retro.
Not Guns N' Roses because of November Rain.
Nothing lasts forever. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking we this time go less popular, like less like commercially huge.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
go a
probably a
bit
good
more
idea.
obscure. Let's go for like four obscure bands, and see what the people will.
Sixth.
They have 3 albums. It's like you're making like, oh, guess what? Like Paul suggests the Wild Hearts retro.
Yeah, sure, I'll do one.
Nah.
There's an idea that's going straight in the bin.
I listen to every Wild Hearts album, and I have no ranking.
Yeah, I think we go instead because we'll end up doing the same ones over and over again. We always end up kind of circling the same bands. I quite liked the Dillinger one we did because that kind of felt like a nice complete package because we managed to all the different ones. So if it's a band that are no longer around, that may be pretty cool
That's
as
a
well.
good idea. Either
So
Betrayer.
we'll
Most popular Either Betrayer release on all of our lists would be the only one we have.
You know what? I always get confused by because you've got like about 1 million projects. Is this the debut album then?
We released an album in 2017.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the follow-up.
Yeah, the follow-up. And then we released a cover, and then COVID happened, and we got fucked. Totally. Because we're like a band that can't do anything without being in the same room together. It just doesn't work. So for 18 months, we were just... And before that, 2 members had babies, so we were all already a bit on the rocks. But
Know how that feels?
So, yeah. It's been a while.
Been a while. What was
Chad
worse
Kroger and Jason Voorhees singing It's Been a While at me, and that's it. I'm out and done. Good night.
There we go. The stained cover that you didn't know you needed. So yeah, I think that if we can come up with 4 really interesting, different sounding bands that don't have 1 million albums
Yeah.
and don't sound like Stained, a brand new drug for your vein, then that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And then December's obviously something related to the end of the year.
Stories like babies. How does a band have a baby?
I was actually thinking we might speak about this off air. It might be fun to do, instead of doing the Metal Epidemic Awards as a podcast this year, it might be fun to do it as a Twitch stream.
Oh, I could make a new layout. It's all glitzy and glamour. Get some theme tunes and some thank you music. For when you...
When the speech goes on too long, you play it like the Oscars.
Yeah.
So, my friends have a new
Excellent.
single to drop really soon. Lots of
Nice.
pyro. Let us know.
Let us know. We can check it out. We have a single dropping on Friday.
Friday.
That's when it comes out.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Rebecca Black.
Yeah.
All you are looking at me as if I'm speaking Swahili.
Yeah. So yeah, my band. I'm just going to segue right out of that and just do the whole plugging thing. The video was premiered today, and it's had a massive, really good response that I'm actually like kind of not prepared for and a little bit overwhelmed. And I'm just like, that is fucking so good. I even had a band we played live with 2-3 years ago come and send me a message that that video was fucking amazing. I'm like, thank you. So it came out today, but the single comes out on Friday on Spotify and all that shit. So, and it'll be on Bandcamp and all that. So don't worry, I'll be putting all kinds of links everywhere. And then I have a single coming out on Halloween itself.
Because why not?
Yeah, and that comes with a video too.
Never stops.
Yeah,
Never stops.
yeah. So I'll be posting about that. And on Friday, the band and I are actually going to sit down on stream and do like a live listen, watch party and answer questions and all that stuff. We're going to go to Chris's basement and sit in his basement and talk about metal. Hey, Adra, what's up? So that's my weird plug. Thanks very much. 42 months from Adra. Holy shit. That's nuts. Thanks, Adra. I've got to get some sounds attached to those alerts. I'm so busy with stuff. I keep forgetting to do stuff for the stream.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You need to change the sound as well, because you can't have here. So we're going to use that to death.
yeah, but like, like who said something? What? No penises were mentioned.
Oh man, this turned out like for something that I think we were all like, let's throw something together at the last minute. This turned out fun, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a great time.
And
It's
I
nice to
can't
talk
wait to get
something
this
a
mask off.
little bit different as well, like movies. It's
Yeah.
still related
I
to
mean,
metal, but it's good.
I was looking forward to it because I never get to talk about horror movies. So
Never, no, not once.
Never.
Exclamation
Not once.
point,
Never done
T-Puts cast, yeah.
Never done it. Have never done it before, so it's good to be able to do it.
I've never done it before for 64 hours a week. No.
I cannot wait to get this mask off because it sits up there along with all my Jasons. And I know what you're thinking, Duncan, do you have a lot of Jasons? And then I'm like, yeah, I even have a Jason
Yeah.
Potato Head.
That's fantastic.
Love it. So yeah, I can't wait to get the mask off. Put it up there, away. So then I have
The
to wait until this
condensation
thing
is going to
next
be dripping down your face.
year. Oh, I did. I think this is, yeah, I literally lost a stone off my face.
Yeah.
Pounds of semen. So
It's been a great stream. Help me.
oh man, I've told you many times, you give me long enough, I'll hang myself.
And
And
on
the show.
that note, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Oh man, derailment.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
We'll be back at the end of November. What's the last Wednesday? 24th of November, probably.
Yes,
Looking like.
that's a date.
Topic TBC.
TBC.
Sounded like a
EFF.
retrospective of some band. We haven't
EFI.
thought of yet.
Possibly.
ABC.
But we'll put up a Twitter poll again, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll do a,
ACDC.
We'll do a-
PCP.
TFI.
Tier 5, did you say?
TMI.
what?
Oh, TMI. I thought you said Tier 5. Like
No,
the highest
TMI.
level of
TMI.
drug. POD.
POD. Boom, here comes the boom. Right, Dave, get us out of here.
Yes. It's been a pleasure. Thank you once again for joining us on Twitch. Had another great night. We'll be back end of November on Twitch once again with another topic of some kind. Retrospective, we think. Poll coming soon. Take care. Speak to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, everybody. Can't do it. I'm absolutely. I don't know why. I thought I had it
Look
together,
at this
but I just don't.
photograph.
This is-
Every time I
Oh.
do it makes me laugh.
Oh man, every time Dave picked up the phone, I was like, oh yeah, Chad Kroger got a new phone. He's like, look at this phone I have.
Look at this phone I have.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.